skills, the right combination may bring out just the right flavor.
You can do like Jello shots.
Yes, if you put enough horse
Champ is here.
feed
The champ,
and-
Kimo. Umaye.
Oh, I was wondering when Kimo was going to interrupt the
Umaye.
conversation and interrupt people talking.
The champ is here. Well, we're not exactly.
Kimo, do you care that you interrupted someone?
Yeah, I see where this is going. I see the plan and.
You have no idea where this is going.
I see the
Go
pandemic.
ahead, tell me what I was getting ready to say, Kimo.
We can see the pandemic here.
All right,
Where we've
way
got.
off course, so I'm gonna have to get this in before you destroy everything.
Well, we've
The
already been
proper way
destroyed.
is you get chocolate pudding instant
You see? Instantly radioactive.
chocolate pudding mix.
That's not going to
And you
prove the
mix
shape
up
of the Earth curve.
milk, Kahlua, and vodka, and you add that to
We
the
need a
instant
cooking
pudding.
room. for
Whisk
this.
for 2 minutes, refrigerate, enjoy.
That
Go
sounds
ahead,
really
Kimo.
good.
Yeah, I forgot about Kahlua.
You could use
Very
the dark
interesting,
chocolate
very
too.
interesting.
That would be
Kimo
really
would be
good.
nice.
put
Like
When
a
it comes
mousse.
to food, I'm an absolute genius. You guys should
No,
know
no.
this.
Have you tried raspberry in there? Like a raspberry flavored. What is that? The stuff that
How
goes
about a
into it.
pizza?
Oh, raspberry
A flat
Chambord
pizza Earth
in the
Yeah.
chocolate pudding.
Oh,
with turned up
How
sides.
How about that Chambord? Have you seen that? It's a
No.
French. It's French black raspberry liqueur.
Or a
sounds
pancake.
perfect.
How about
And
Sounds
pancake?
what-
perfect.
And what's more, what you would like about it, Kimo, in fact, is it comes in a spherical bottle.
Flat pancake
Oh.
is interesting. Yes.
There you go. Look, thank you, Termin. It's very nice.
Oh my! You could make a whole pie, a chocolate mousse pie with that.
What else?
Oh, they have other
With-
flavors. They have black raspberry.
Oh,
Is it-
that's what he was just saying.
Yeah, that's the black raspberry one. I didn't
We
know
need
they
I
anything
do
did
that
that.
is flat.
any others.
Was that the black raspberry? I don't know
To
if
get you guys simulated to obviously the world that you live in.
You
I
know
think probably
what?
that's why they push
Curve,
pizza
you're a
more than
genius,
any of the
Curve.
food. You notice,
But
it's like.
what-
Genius.
But what's your favourite pudding, Kimo?
But I'm just saying that pizza is pushed. It's a popular food all over the world, and it's probably trying to tell us something about the shape of. the
Well,
Earth.
calzones are pretty good too.
Chinese food's pretty popular all over the world too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
fucking love Panda Express.
What, Chinese food's popular in India?
Well, they're Asian, so they have their own version.
Aha, but they like pizza.
They eat Asian
Aha, so there you go. You wasn't using your brain too much there, was you?
I don't think they.
Well,
I don't think they eat
they
pizza
won't
like
eat-
they do
no.
other places. I think it's pretty
They-
rare, actually.
food. My
Pizza?
Indian
Pizza's all
friend
over- there's a
eats
Pizza Hut
ketchup
everywhere.
on their pizza.
No, I don't think. I don't
put
think corporate
ketchup on
businesses are all
pizza.
over India.
Yeah, I mean, I think
There-
all over the
there is a-
world.
There is a McDonald's, but they only serve chicken products.
Right, so they
Pizza is
do
like,
accommodate for the
flat
country
Earth.
that they're in.
It's
Yes.
it's all over the world, and
And vegan options. They do have some.
people are waking up. to these facts.
It's the one weird one I've seen.
Now, you guys can try and gatekeep the truth for as long as you can, but Flat Earth is here to stay. And yes, I know you guys will look pretty silly because you guys were saying, oh, globe, 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 globe. And now you feel foolish, inadequate. And now you've decided to talk about food. Understandable.
Somebody's project.
Food is comforting.
It reminds me just how bad McDonald's
Food
pizza
is
was.
awfully comforting.
They
Yeah.
did have that, didn't they, Termin?
Yeah, yeah. You remember how horrible it was, though?
And when
I didn't try
anyone's
it.
depressed or down, they can nom 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 and feel much, much better.
Well, it's a Saturday afternoon here, so a lot of people are getting ready to make their dinner choices.
What would you do, Twit,
Right.
if you found out the Earth was not? Would you drink? Would you binge food? Would you
I'd probably be
take
exactly the
drugs?
same.
Or
all the
would
above.
you? What would you do? You wouldn't commit suicide or anything like that, would you?
No, I'm
No,
not.
so what would you do? Would you drink?
Make it.
Would you take
Well,
drugs, Twit? Would you take cocaine
Well-
or heroin?
No, because I don't really want to risk my life with those. But
No, because you'd be depressed because you were like, it's a bore.
Why?
You guys are all crazy. It turns out it's not a bore.
What's
Yeah, but we've been
Nathan?
about that for a
what's-
long time.
What's Nathan and Witt's excuse right now? Nothing's been confirmed, and they're on crack. They're taking drugs. What's their excuse?
They're all
Well,
terrible.
We don't know.
Well,
that. I'm
when
just
I
trying to
found
find
out that
what...
the Earth was flat, I was about to commit seppuku in Japan, surrounded by a field of cherry blossoms and dogwood trees. Very lovely. But then at the very
What time
last
of year?
instance, what was that?
What time of the year?
It was in the spring.
Oh, that's an answer.
You know that
Those
year of the
were
spring.
words.
Cherry blossoms only come out at a certain.
Yeah, it sounds like flat Earth is depressing as fuck, guys.
Right, like let's look at this seriously. If I were to legitimately find out the Earth is flat,
I mean, let's look at this seriously. We're
physics
dead
would be a
serious.
completely
I'm
fake.
asking, what would
and
you
it,
would you
it would be
binge?
shattering. It would be shattering.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so would you binge eat? Would you take alcohol? Would you take drugs? Would you,
I have
like I
kids
say,
to
would
take
you
care
jump
of.
off a bridge? We've heard people say they would jump off a bridge if it turns out it's
Why?
flat. What would you do?
If it's flat, does that mean I can interrupt anybody anytime I want?
Yes.
Nice. Definitely going flat, just so I can interrupt Kimo every time.
Yep, that's it. The Earth is flat. Now I'm going to interrupt everyone at all times with no repercussions.
Well, we've always told you the
Ooh.
Earth is flat. We
No,
will
no,
say
no,
we told
wait
you
a
so.
minute. The Earth's flat.
We'll have to
I'm
nod
gonna
you
get a
too.
plane and put a hole in that dome.
Ooh, good one.
This might
I
have been
like
good.
it.
McDonald's had a pepperoni burger.
First of all, you have to
That's
accept
so
that you
gross,
failed in
Carmen.
life.
No, actually, first of all, you guys got to realize the Earth's flat.
Yeah, you've got to accept
I-
another
No,
thing.
No. The first thing you got to do is realize it's flat.
So
You've
you're
gotta-
flat smacking us?
No, you.
He's already flat smacking, Kimo.
Who's
like
flat?
that
Yeah, I mean they're already
No,
on it. Yeah, I mean it
I looked outside a plane window and it was flat.
doesn't take long
Kimo,
to
you
become
trained
a
him
flat
very
Earth.
well.
I'm not even kidding. It was flat.
Of course it was.
No, it was.
Of course it was.
No, it was.
I know.
No,
Where was the horizon?
No. Yes, we know.
it was at my eye level.
Absolutely. I mean, it takes some people
No,
longer than others to get it
It
around
does
their
take
head
some
than
people
others.
longer than others, but it's flat.
Yeah,
And
because it's a
then I'm
big
gonna walk
shock.
across the ocean.
I can't keep this up, guys. You got to meet me in the middle.
Oh no,
You were
it's
doing
hard.
good.
I know I
You're
was,
doing
but
good.
I can't. I'm not that much of a fucking prick.
That's
a
true.
big deal
Kimo's
because-
a little special.
You're
All
not?
this, all scientists and all mathematicians. I mean, what will they do? They've
They've already
wasted.
they never tried to kill themselves. Just hearing that you think it's done.
Sorry.
Kimo, they're going to come to you, Kimo.
All scientists are
Yeah, you
afraid
can
to kill
confide in
themselves
me.
right
I will
now.
provide chemotherapy, of course, to help you get your head around the fact
Chemotherapy?
that you've been lied to. Of course,
No, it won't be
we
the
offer-
emotional
We
part.
offer that.
It'll
yeah.
be the mathematics and the physics and the chemistry, everything. They're going to come to you for the answer. So
Oh, you
how
don't
do
need
we
any of that.
how
You've
do we
been,
move forward mathematically?
You don't need any of that. You've been brainwashed enough. You need another
No,
path.
how do we move forward mathematically?
By
So
changing
all of
your
physics
path.
is wrong. All
Get
of
off
our
the
formulas,
path that you are on and
we have-
change your path.
we have no predictive power anymore.
No more.
What do we do now, Kimo?
You're
We
powerless.
can guess.
Bow down and recognize that you're just a worthless man.
Bow.
Not to
Bow.
me,
So
not
it's about
to me.
power.
Not to
So it's
me.
about power,
Not to
Kimo,
me.
not truth.
We are
You want me
just.
to bow
We are just
down?
men.
Wow.
We are just
Everyone
men.
else,
We are
bow
mere
down.
mortals, right? So we need
So
to
this is
bow
all about
down. You
power,
need to
not
recognize.
truth. Okay.
You need to recognize the greater power in this world. Yes, that you're not so
So
powerful.
I need to be
anymore.
a slave.
Well, you're not as powerful. You're not as powerful as what you used to think
Very
you
Christian,
were,
you
right?
know.
You were powerful. You were like, wow, I can prove this. I'm a scientist. Now you're nothing more than a caveman with, I don't know, what do you have?
So what-
Kimo, isn't it ironic where it's
Sneakers.
the globe earth and
Sneakers.
the globe
You're a
earth
caveman with
powerful
sneakers.
people? The globe earth powerful people are trying to keep us to be slaves on this earth, and then your immediate solution is when you figure it out, bow down and become a slave to a greater power. Isn't that a little ironic?
That's a choice. You don't have to. It's your choice.
No, I reject both premises, but
You can
that's your premise.
wander in the wilderness if you want and just be lost for the rest of your life and think,
Right.
well,
Oh, I
what's
have a
going
house.
on? That's up to
It
you.
depends on who you serve. If you serve a good master like, oh, Jesus Christ, he sets his captives.
Stop going there.
Why has it got to be a forest? Can it be a jungle?
Just the wilderness.
Why you
We're
saying
gonna
wilderness?
live on the sea.
You'll just
The
be
jungle is just a fancy forest.
Yeah.
You'll be
with a
lost
bunch
at
more
sea,
animals.
essentially.
A lot more water.
Unless obviously we can put forward some science, some actual
Science?
practical
Science is
measures.
fake.
Science has been taught wrong. You
If you guys don't want to go back to the religious world order, You need
Oh, yeah,
science
the
right
Dark
now,
Ages.
immediately. You need to provide something
Kimo, why
independent.
don't you talk to Lemon? Because all Lemon does is bring up the religious factor.
No,
How come you don't rebuttal
what
him
I'm
about
saying,
it?
you're missing the point.
You're talking about the
Everybody,
Blue World Order.
everybody's
The
going
Blue
back.
World Order.
Everybody's going back to the religious order unless we can provide science. That's where we will be in this religious,
Wait.
idealistic world.
So you're saying that we go when we realize that the Earth is flat,
Mhm.
we're going to go into a religious state. But you're also saying we could avoid the religious state and stay scientific.
Yeah, sure.
How do both worlds exist?
They won't. If you can prove that you run this heliocentric model and Big Bang and all that kind of stuff, random stuff, yeah. The opposite, this religious idea, will be just that, just a religious idea.
It's a religion versus scientism. Science is a method. Scientism is a religion.
But neither of you get to decide that for everyone else, right?
Yes, we do. 'Cause again,
so you guys are the arbitrators, right?
Again, the when you're well, we can test that, can't we? We can see who delivers the message in the right way. Let's see who listens to who. I say that once we're out there, the public will listen to our message more than your message.
It depends. The public does what they want. Even if they're presented the truth, they're going to do what they want anyway. But now people will have the truth instead of the global lie.
So random people on the streets get to dictate what reality is. Is that what you're saying now?
No, but I mean, again, it's not us who dictates. The Most High dictates, obviously. But there's two paths. There's your path, which you think, you know everything, you can figure these things out. Or there's the truth path, which is the narrow path, right?
How narrow is it?
Oh, very, very narrow. You can fall off at any moment. People are constantly falling off.
So it's not sturdy, right?
It's a strong road, but it's narrow, very thin.
So it's not all
Narrow
that
is
strong.
the way, and few there are who find it. When you talk about Jesus, the way, the truth, and the life.
So it doesn't have a foundation, is what you're saying. You're saying it's a string suspended in the air. People fall off. So the foundation is pretty shit.
String?
What are we talking about? I've lost the thread.
Feeling about?
No, the thread is there. It's very narrow, and people fall off all the time.
Path, dude, path. I'm talking about a piece of string.
You said it's very narrow. How do people fall off a path?
Because it's narrow.
Who would make such a narrow path that people would fall off a walkway?
The Most High, because it's not easy to enter into the gates because of examples of what we can see today. There is sin everywhere. So why would he let someone who is sinful like yourself, who is full of sin, no remorse, no you're not repenting, why would he allow you to walk on that path and get through the golden gate so easily? Who are you?
Because I'm a good person for being a good person.
Not about your works. Not about your works, my dude.
I'm not a good person because I fear punishment. I'm a good person because it feels good to do good.
It's not about the works. You've got to believe that Jesus died.
So I could be a shit person but believe and I get in. But if I don't believe and I'm a good person, I don't.
For a period, yeah. Soon there will be a time when it's by works, because it says in the Bible somewhere, I saw the head of the saints being chopped off. So
where does it say that?
In Revelation. So around that time.
What was it? Say it again.
So now we have grace. Yeah. So
can you say it again?
So I'll have to get the verse up. So the heads are chopped off of the saints, or something to this effect. And in those times, that's when it's by works. So it's what you do. But now, in this period, it's by grace. So you just have to believe.
Talking about the saints beheaded for their testimony.
Something to that effect.
Sounds kind of like murder.
Yeah,
the beheading. The beheading will be by the Antichrist, the people who are for the Antichrist. They'll be chopping the head off the saints. That's the Christians.
Does that include Drew Brees? Because he's going to retire after next year.
So by now, in this time we're in now, we're in the period of grace. So just believe with all your heart, all your soul, that Jesus died for your sins, and you will be saved in that way.
Yeah, but what's your favourite pudding?
Pudding? I do like. It's not about me.
Did Jesus eat pudding?
Jesus ate many
So
things.
I've got a theory. Here. So back in the day, during the biblical times, God was all around. He was talking to people. He was doing
You're
his
not supposed to
miracles. He
want to
was
know
sending his
about
son
this,
out.
though. But
He was
hold
doing all
on.
these things.
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Go on then.
And then all of a sudden, we don't see that anymore. Do you think that like he was fired from his bosses
No.
for all the fucked up shit he was doing?
Look, this religion, I mean, you
I
will
can
get
explain
there,
that.
but right now we need globe earthers who have science,
Hold on.
who are able to prove they live on a spinning flying ball through space. That's what we need right now. And
Why
they
do you
don't seem to be
Why
any
God
about
doesn't
anywhere.
talk to humans anymore.
Why do you need us, Kimo? Aren't you capable?
Not you.
Don't you have God on your side?
What do you mean us? How many of you are there?
Oh, the globe earthers. You said you need the globe earthers. So I'm asking, aren't you powerful enough?
Yeah,
Don't
so
you
we're
have
looking
God
for a
on your
globe
side?
earther.
What makes you need us?
Well, we're looking for someone to show that the Earth is what they say it is, right?
Oh, you got it, Kimo. I believe in you. Go ahead.
So that, yeah, we know that, yeah. So just relax, calm
Oh,
down.
no, wait a minute. Isn't there a story in the Bible where a king was talking to his people and the speech was so good that the people were like, holy crap, you're like a god. And then God came down and killed that guy? If I right now were to praise you, Kimo, would you be worried that God would smite you down because I think of you as a god?
Look, flat earthers, right, are
Okay,
walking
divert
around
that
like they're
conversation,
some
alright.
kind of like,
Praise the
you know,
almighty Kimo.
like we're some kind of like, you know, kings of the earth or something. We need a ball earther to show the flat earther that they're not, you know, this intellectual giant destroying scientists left, right, and center. So,
Oh, we did that earlier, Kimo. Do you think that 5/100ths of a millimeter is half a centimeter?
500 of a what?
I'll type it.
The what?
5/100ths of a millimeter.
What does that have to
So
do?
that right there in the chat, 0.049 millimeters is how many centimeters, Kimo?
But what does that have to do with the science we're looking for?
Right. So this is part of science, part of mathematics, and I'm just trying to show you that you may be wrong sometimes.
Part of mathematics, yeah. We're talking about science.
Right. We did this test earlier, and Merle got it demonstrably wrong. So I'm just wondering what your take is.
I would say don't even worry about it. Don't even waste your time. Don't waste your energy on these numbers. I mean, they're just numbers, dude. Right?
Whoa, numbers are amazing. Have you ever heard of the Feigenbaum constant? Get out of here, Kimo.
What you need-
I'm not gonna allow that blasphemy.
We go one decimal place over to go from milli to centimeters. So moving the decimal place one over to
So obviously
the
it's
right, you get
5 thousandths bio.
centimeters.
What's the big deal?
Oh, so hold on, Kimo, hold on. We're gonna address this. So lemon, half a centimeter.
No,
is
the answer is
0.5
5 thousandths. So what? What's the point?
Hold on, Kimo. What was it, lemon?
No, I've
You move
got the
decimal
answer,
one
Lemon.
over
It's
to
a
the
5
right, you
thousandths.
get 0.49 centimeters.
So you're saying half a centimeter is 0.049 millimeters?
No. It's a 5 thousandth. For the 5 thousandth
Whether
time.
half a centimeter is what? What was that?
I'm just confirming what you're saying. So half a centimeter.
0.49 millimeters
Half a centimeter
is
is 0.049 millimeters roughly.
5 thousandths. What's the problem?
It's roughly 0.9 millimeters roughly.
And then this is the disconnect because lemon, you went the wrong direction.
So what's the answer, bio?
Yeah, you're right, Kimo.
Ah,
Took you long
of
enough
course,
to
of
but yeah,
course.
lemon, you
I'm right.
went the wrong way.
Absolutely. You see? Now, what's the problem with these numbers? They're just numbers. They mean nothing to anybody
How is
at
that
any time.
you
possible?
lemon in
Hold on.
mathematics, Kimo?
Centimeters are a bigger unit.
So you
So
see,
what-
Curve, this is why I didn't want to answer this, because one
Kimo, do
math
you see
question
what
leads
Lemon's
into
doing
another
right
math
now?
question. And it just goes on and on and on.
Look at Lemon trying to
That
obfuscate.
doesn't make sense.
Lemon, I gave you the answer, Lemon.
Backwards
It's
and
a
forward,
5
it starts
thousandths.
with 49 meters, which is 4.9 decimeters, which is 0.49 centimeters, which is 0.049 millimeters.
Somebody
so
knows how
going
to use
backward,
Google.
0.049
Goodness
millimeters
sakes.
is 0.49 centimeters,
Lemon,
which
Lemon,
is
give me the original question.
4.9 decimeters, which is 49
Lemon.
meters.
Lemon, quit doing this. Look at the original question.
Jesus, fuck, my brain is hurting.
You just move the decimal place over one. That's
You
it.
went the wrong
Lemon,
direction
what is
by
the
moving.
original question?
Not so complicated, guys. Come on.
0.049 millimeters is equal to how many centimeters? 0.49 centimeters, right?
It's
No.
not 0.49. What is wrong with you?
Oh, shit.
Come on,
Sorry.
Lemon. This is
And
why I
this-
said not to get into their
And this
rhetoric.
is how
My bad.
this is how globe versus flat goes. There's a basic
Basic
misunderstanding.
numbers, simple
And
numbers.
look how long it took us just for numbers. Not even
Goodness.
complicated stuff. Just numbers. Look how long it took us, and look how dug deep you were for that amount of time. That's a globe versus flat, where you have the wrong premise that we try to tell you, and then you have your wrong conclusions based on the wrong premise.
Look, there are levels to this bio.
That's what it feels like for the flatties dealing with the globers, though. You try to give them sense and logic and reason, and even when you're right, they just double down. They won't even admit when
like
you're right.
You just did, Lemon.
No, I think that you were right. You're right about the other way.
Yeah,
But
you
you won't
like
admit when the
chicken and
flatties are right.
Lemon.
Okay, so look, we can see these numbers are getting us nowhere. See, we're just going around and around and around, not actually demonstrating anything. You see, that's why I say,
we did
but
get somewhere.
I mean, we haven't got it anywhere here. Lemon's calculating, you're calculating, you're saying, oh, I got the answer right. We could have moved on. 5,000. Let's move
Sorry,
forward.
move over
Yes?
to the left, Kimo.
Very, very
Sorry.
simple stuff. Go ahead, Lemon. Go ahead. I mean, all they're going to do is just try to.
0.0049 centimeters seems correct.
Okay. So, again, what we're looking for is a globe earther. Now, Bio, you've already converted. You've given up the Cavendish, as I understand.
No, I have not.
Oh, you're still working on it.
Correct. Looking at
I wouldn't.
building
I mean, I wouldn't. The ballers would agree
I would
with
love
me.
to finish, Kimo. Am I allowed to? Just making sure I'm allowed to finish when you ask me a
Bio,
question.
stop being
right?
silly. Go on.
I'm allowed to. Can you give me
Oh,
permission?
you're just such a crybaby.
Well, I'm just saying.
What do you mean interrupt?
You asked me a
Go
question.
on.
I was trying to answer it. So.
No, I forgot what I was going to
You gonna
say
start?
after you, but it just doesn't matter. Say it. Wait.
About that. My bad.
Are you going to say it or not?
Oh no, just making sure you understand my point of view about you interrupting everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the ball earthers would agree with me when we say don't bother. You're wasting your time of trying to conduct something that cannot be conducted. Most globe earthers know it's not a force. There's no attraction. So you would just be wasting more of your time, okay, when you could be doing other things.
Are you my dad, Kimo?
But again, you're going to be disappointed with the result. Do you know how long we've been asking for this question, this point? I mean, you're acting like you're the first ball earther to come up on the scene and be like, well, hey, look at me, I'm a great ball earther. I can do something the other guys haven't done. This question has been
Have
asked.
I said that at all yet?
No, but it's like you're just coming into town
You're
on your
thinking it
horse.
very loudly.
You're coming into town on your horse like, hey, look at me, I'm on my white horse. I'm going to show the rest of the ball earthers what you couldn't do, and I can do it, basically.
Have I said any of that?
No, you haven't said that, but I'm trying to show you.
All right. So would it be fair for you to not misrepresent me? Would that
You'd
be
have
fair
done
of me
it
to
by
ask you?
now, Bio.
No,
This was
that's
last year.
unfair.
This was last year that you said you were going to do it. You would have done it already. So I would just
Kimo,
accept
you haven't
defeat.
done it either, so
Just accept
Yeah,
defeat
Kimo,
like a
I would
man.
just ask that you don't. I would just ask that you don't misrepresent me, because I
No, you didn't
immediately
say
asked
any
you
of
if I
this.
said those. Hold on. I immediately asked if I said any of those things, and you said no. So
No.
you didn't even have to think about it. You knew you were putting words in my mouth, right?
No, you didn't
So
say any of
That's
this.
my only request, Kimo. My only request is don't misrepresent
I'm
me.
not saying
that fair?
you're saying this. I didn't say you said this.
No, you did. You literally said that I said that. I came in here and I said a bunch of things that I'm white knighting.
No,
and-
you didn't say that. I'm saying it's like, okay, it's like, not like you are. It's
stop
like,
saying you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like, okay, you're like, well, look, you're not saying any of this, but it's like this. Like, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to show the other ball earthers that I can do this experiment and shut down the flat earth. You're not about to shut down the flat earth with this experiment. Yeah, this is such an ego boost on your part. I would just leave it and just be like, okay, I accept. I can't perform such an experiment, and just leave it at that and take.
Are you saying that an experiment confirming for rejecting a worldview that you call a lie, experimenting that claim, are you saying that's a waste of time?
You see, listen to you. Listen to you.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think that's a waste of time?
Some of the top ballers have tried to do this. Boy, I'm just trying to help you out by just saying, look.
I'm asking you a specific question, Kimo.
If you want to do it, you can do it. But for me and the ballers would agree, you can ask them all. We would say, don't bother because it's been tried to be shown before. It's never been shown. You know, so you're wasting your time. Literally.
In your opinion. And you know what I think, Kimo? I think that if you were to perform the experiment, you would be shown that mass does attract mass. So instead of doing it and attempting to disprove it, you know what the conclusion is, so you don't do it, so you claim it can't be done. That's what I think.
Well, you're going to see, you know, and like, you know, I mean, you don't want to see, when I'm excited, you know, I get excited, and I'm just like, I can see now in 2 months, 3 months, I'm going to be saying to you, where's this experiment? You're going to be like, wow, excuse, and it's just going to be the same. Just accept today, because see, today,
Kimo, when you came in, it seemed you had a plan. There was somewhere where you were heading. Or is that plan now finished, or have you been roadblocked? What's going on?
Well, what's happening right now, we're looking for globe earthers, people who believe in the globe, like truly with their heart.
You're not answering my question.
Yeah, I mean, it seems today people don't really believe in the globe as they used to believe. There used to be a real strong belief over this globe stuff. Today,
Did
kind
you
of
come
waned.
in with intent that you have yet to reach, or is that over now? And now it's just everything, whatever comes.
Well, I mean, I get it. It's not. I mean, again, it's your troops. They have waned, curved. They've decided.
No, they haven't.
They haven't been fed
It's
enough.
either to talk to you to meet you in the middle, Kimo.
What? So
Okay,
you think?
So if you have nowhere else you're trying to go, then I will give that no consideration, and just whatever happens, happens. That's fine. That's the answer I've got to take away from your non-answer. You let me know alternative.
But iron sharpens iron. Like you guys, catch me with that, math mistake or whatever. That's why we come in here, sharpen our model or lack thereof, and just get, better and better with iron sharpening iron.
How do you sharpen a model that doesn't exist?
There is a model, but there are a lot of people that hate religion, so they shy away from especially the religious models like the Hebrew cosmology, which would give you something flat covered with a dome. That's their beef, that's up to them, but that has the makings of some sort of flattish model, and if you put an AE map on top of that, there you go.
All right, before we get away from what you just said, Lemon, about the map and the mistake, I want to make it known the mistake is not the problem to me. In my opinion, that's not what I've got the big problem with. But what was very telling was the lengths that you were willing to go to try to go through all those other steps of obfuscation, basically trying to twist everything up and warp it into you being right, despite the fact that you were wrong. That's what is most troublesome about what occurred.
Yeah, people are proud. They double down when they're wrong, like we did about the globe for 500 years. But if an error is pointed out in love and compassion, then you look at the information again and again and again, pride notwithstanding, and you see if it actually comports to reality.
Okay, what was that dribble you just said about the AE map? You want to repeat that for everyone?
Let me put it in the chat. There it is, right there. Hebrew cosmology on pillars on top of a watery deep with some sort of AE-like map. Good enough for me.
Well, that's good. You have no standards. That doesn't work. Where does that leave you?
Why doesn't
being honest?
Why does that not work? Let's keep in mind that the globe doesn't work, but we still accept that. So why doesn't this work?
How many reruns do we need? You asked me, why does that not work? I'm trying to answer that question. And I'm asking you, how many reruns do we need? We've been through it. That thing has been destroyed 8 ways from Sunday. There's no reason to put that forward if you're an honest flat earth believer.
False. The debunks have been weak. and they don't really deal with the issue. Weak debunks do not
Okay.
count.
There's that pride again he was talking about.
Just the truth.
You can't demonstrate it to be true.
We can't.
Every complaint we got about that map, you can't refute.
The only demonstration of a globe we have is NASA's questionable photos, curved lenses, and questionable understanding of perspective.
You know, the first
More
That
lies.
part
This is
is
boring.
never-
Kimo, do
I
something
can't take
interesting.
this anymore.
All right, so maybe Witsit could get a deal where he rents a car from Lyft or uses his own vehicle. He can Lyft drive his way across the country, wherever the rides take him. He can just go from, trip to trip, wherever that goes, and just do his world tour on his own and get paid to do it and not have to take donations.
Makes sense. Lemon, what doesn't work in the globe? You say many things does not work on the globe. Give us 3 examples.
One, no 8 inches per mile squared. Number 2, NASA's pictures of it are questionable and change year in through year out.
That's true for premium.
What else is there? It's supposed to be moving and we don't feel movement. That's 3 main ones right there.
But the last 2 is not things that doesn't work in the globe. It's just things that you deny. But things that actually doesn't work on the globe. You say the 8 inches first. That's questionable. Okay. 2 more. Not your denial. I don't want to hear what you deny. I want to hear things that does not work on the globe. Go ahead. I'll mute myself. I
You
cannot
tend
talk
to
anymore.
deny stuff that doesn't work. But like I said, the pictures of the globe are not consistent enough for them to really have much of anything.
Really?
And for 3, it's supposed to be rocketing through space and moving, and I don't feel it, so that's really suspicious.
Not really. So you know more than NASA's taking pictures, and they even took pictures before the 60s of space. So
Yeah, they took pictures of what appeared to be a flat horizon curved by a pin distortion globe,
in
a barrel
space.
distortion lens.
They were in space.
Pin cushion distortion, barrel distortion,
From
questionable.
outer space in? How can you get all that distortion going, coming back in? There's no atmosphere, right?
What was that about the atmosphere?
They were out of the atmosphere. The first couple rockets and first balloons that were out, and this was before NASA, they got out. They took some pictures of definitely Earth, and there was no CGI or
But they did have cut and paste. I remember that cut and paste job they did from the moon photo where it's like in the top right, and you can put it through Photoshop and see the editing of the cut and paste Earth that they had in the background.
So, and why would they tell everybody? Yes, of course we have to, because they know that you get strips of it and they put it together. You can see the ladies that got videos online of the ladies cutting them and putting them together up on the wall to make pictures of what they had to take. But the cameras themselves.
I like that. Is it because they hate the truth and its implications that much?
Why would they tell the people you can download the video and watch it? They're not keeping it from anybody. There's no secret there.
Why would they lie? Why can't they just admit that it's flat and probably covered by a dome? Is it because they, I don't know, hate God or something?
How is it lying if they show you they're doing that?
It's like that killer rap song from Witsit and them. Why would they lie? Why would they lie? Why would they lie?
They're not lying if they're telling you. They're not lying if they say, no, we didn't do that. They're not saying that. It's yes, we did that. But it's still a picture. Still a picture, just splice it together.
They love the darkness and they hated the light, just like they love the darkness of space.
And there's a little document I would love to you to go online and go to I Pledge Truth, and you just pledge to tell the truth. Don't make any, don't pass on any falseness or anything.
Thorn? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Thorn?
Tom. Yeah, Tom. THOM.
Tom, right.
Yeah.
So why do you believe you're on a ball spinning, flying through space?
Okay, I think we've gone through this like 10 times, but go
Do
through
it again.
again.
Let's do it again.
I know.
Why do you believe it?
I know. Well, if you let me talk, I know you guys do not trust people and to go with authority. I do. I've been taught to respect the people that in positions.
Uh-huh.
The people, if somebody's been doing it is going to college for 15 years or 18 years and been doing one job his whole life, if he's saying the grass is green, yeah, the grass is green. I got better things to do.
Well, what if he's wrong? What if he's been told lies himself and his teachers have been told lies and his teachers have been told lies all the way back to the Jesuit indoctrination of 500 years ago?
Stop. After a certain moment, your teachers go away, right? And if you're experimenting, nobody's telling you that anymore. You're finding out on yourself. So there's no more is it anybody telling you lies. You do it yourself. And when there's people do these research for years and years and years and years, for 50 years, 60 years.
Yeah, but Thumb.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that you trust like the people that tell you, yeah?
I trust people who have been.
Yeah. So it means then, like, just based on trust. So anything that you'd say or tell is based on just belief.
Because of their reputation.
No, I know. I'm not arguing it. I'm not arguing it. I'm just saying that, like, when you describe your position, it's just based on the belief, right?
No, it's on the. I went to college. And then after college, I did some internship places, and then I started my own business, and I had to fight to the nail to just do it because of what I do is not like what anybody else does, and I got kicked down by everybody.
I don't doubt that, Thumb. I don't doubt you went to college. You know,
but then I started getting paid like astronomical amount of money, and people would pay me to come in and give me a big amount of money just to walk in the door.
I'm not taking that away from you, but what I'm asking is for how we know we're on a globe. Is it because we just went to college, or is it because we're just told that?
Well, you ever say, "Oh, we didn't go to the moon. We didn't go to the moon." I tell everybody, you can go to any observatory, anywhere in America and the world, and they got a telescopes in there, and every one of those guys has got a laser that can hit the moon.
Again, I'm not doubting any of that. This is what we've been told, yeah?
No, if you can do it, that's not just you being told.
No, but no one's done that, have they, Thumb?
Yes, you can do
I
it.
have done that, Kimo. I've told you about that in the past. You liar.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Here's the funny one. But Thumb,
there's plenty of us here that have done many of the things that you say nobody has done.
I have personally laser ranged the moon.
Of course, we've all done that. Yeah. Now, Thumb, you see, Thumb, do you see what the problem we face is, right? A lot of people make wild claims, right? They've done this, they've done that. It's not a wild claim.
It was part of the curriculum for physics.
See what I mean, Thumb? On the internet, you can say anything you like. I could say, Thumb, I'm an ex-pilot for the F-15.
You can, but you can do research and find out real quick.
No, but I'm just saying I can make a claim now that I'm a pilot or ex-pilot for flying the X-15 or the X-15. You'd be like,
documents of that.
Yeah, but that's the point. You can't just say. You'd have to see me in the aircraft, right?
Look it up online and see if your pictures. They got pictures of you. See you in graduation. See you in your uniform.
Exactly, Thumb. You get it. You have to see me in the uniform. You have to see my certificate. You have to see me in the. Exactly. Now.
And so when you're watching some guy that's he's on the Air Force channel. He's in Air Force uniform and he's flying a freaking plane. He's flying a plane.
Exactly, right? You'd see all of that and more now, Thumb. Now look at these guys on the internet. They're saying, "Oh, I've fired lasers at the moon. I've done that. I've done this." And you've just said you agreed. We just agreed. You need to see this. You need to see that. These guys don't have any of that, Thumb.
Every single observatory in the world has a laser on their the telescope, and they hit the moon on a regular basis. Since the second Apollo mission.
No. That's what we're told. I'm not arguing with this.
That's not what you're told. You can go there and do it yourself. Every observatory in the world will go, "You're a flat earther? Come on in."
No. Again, that's what we're told. Right, you show somebody who's been there and fired lasers. Let's have a look.
You can go there. I can go there. I have been there. I've been the one in South Texas.
There's a general distrust of the sciences because we've seen them fail when it comes to
Don't understand
vaccination.
half the time.
We've seen science fail too much, basically. They
How?
didn't say nothing about 500 genders with this weird, crazy gender madness. They didn't say crap about vaccination. They didn't say crap
Hmm?
about the flat earth. They didn't say,
No, it's
crap
sorry,
about
because
the
there's not any
cancers
evidence.
that are suppressed and never see the light of day. It's just hard to trust the sciences, even with the global warming thing.
Tell again how scientists are involved in have that crap you just talked about.
They do whatever they have to get their paycheck. If they get grant money for peddling bunk climate science, then they're going to do that.
There's scientists that work with global warming, and they don't work in any other fields. And there's other guys who work in biological stuff, and they don't work in any field. My heart doctor doesn't do my teeth, doesn't do chemistry. There's different people in different fields.
We're going to need a second opinion on this science, so-called, because we've been screwed for too long.
Just because you don't trust them, does not mean everybody else doesn't. And it's not the them, because I know I talked to some of them going, "What about this?" And they went, "We ain't got time for that crap."
Well, you can trust him if you want, but I'm going to have to get a second opinion.
What's it going to matter?
Okay, look.
We're going to find this thing called truth.
Yeah, but what are you going to do about it? What you got to
spread the word far and wide. Detoxify your kids of the metals from vaccination. The Earth is more than likely flat. Global warming is bunk, and there are probably around.
Oh, good. You can detoxify those metals. Then vaccines are safe for everybody to take. Just detoxify afterwards.
Let's get the flat.
Or just don't take it. Period.
Hold on. Let's do the flat. So, Dom.
Yeah.
So, like we've just been hearing lots of stories, and you accept it's just a belief,
in the
right?
stories. No, depends on what it is. Tell me what you're saying, and then I'll decide if I agree with you, what you're trying to enforce on me.
You agreed with me. And I said if I said I was a pilot, what I would need to do...
I'd have to know more.
You got to know more. So, if you're saying that you can fire lasers at the moon, well, where's the more?
Yeah.
Give us more.
Give you what?
So when I said I was a pilot of like an X-15, you were like, no, you've got to show me like you in the uniform, you got to show me certificate, all this.
No, I didn't say that. I said I could look it up and see it. If it's true, I could look it up and see it.
Where?
If you said you were a pilot for the airlines, of the Air Force, guarantee you've got pictures of you in the graduations, in the planes, all over the internet. If you were a pilot, if you were truly a pilot, there would be records of you in the airport.
Yeah, but what if I was in a special branch? Then what?
That doesn't matter. Still gonna have
Secret Service. Then what?
That doesn't matter either.
Yes, it does, because I wouldn't be listening.
No, Freedom of Information Act.
So look, anyway, you would say you can look it up, you can verify it. Now, when we try to look up lasers to the moon, moon landings,
I just posted some measurements.
Can't verify it.
Why not?
Well, because we don't know what the moon is. The moon is just a light sky, right?
It can't be a light because light can't bounce back laser signals.
That's what we're saying. We have a situation. How do we verify that the moon is a rock, Thom?
Because you're going to go to observatory. They're going to turn on a laser. They're going to point that telescope to the moon to hit the point on the moon where the reflectors are. And about 3 seconds later, you're going to get a response back of that laser going there and back.
Mm-hmm. How do you know you're not hitting the dome, firmament?
Well, one, it tells you how far it is.
When you don't point at the moon, you don't get a laser bounce back.
How do you know it's not that far? How far is the firmament?
Well, let's see. The moon bounce takes about 1.1 second in each direction.
Just think about it. Let's think about it, Thom. Let's think about it for a second. You think... Want to say something?
No.
So let's think about this. You think you're firing your laser 250,000 whatever it is miles, yeah? Okay. But the moon is local. nowhere near 250,000 miles.
You think that?
What?
You think that?
What?
You think that? You think that?
Ah.
You have no proof of that.
No. The moon and the sun are local, okay,
Prove that.
within the firmament,
Prove it.
and you
Prove
think
it.
you're firing outside of the firmament
Yep.
and
Yep.
miles beyond the firmament.
Yep.
You're making an assumption, Kimo.
What?
Kimo, how do you know that they're local?
How do you know what is local?
The sun and the moon.
Firmament.
Because of the triangles. Lemon went through it the other day.
Well, you don't know how to do triangles and math.
Yeah, Lemon went through it the other day. How it worked.
What?
Lemon went through it.
And Lemon's, where's his background in science and math?
So just listen to this.
Kimo,
then.
what?
So what do we
define?
do?
Kimo, define local. What's the range for local?
Oh, local. We're talking 5,000, 3,000, less than 10,000 miles. Local.
And then you said that Lemon did trigonometry to find
Did
this?
some
Is that
kind
what you're
of
saying?
calculations about these.
Do you know what calculations he did?
No. I can't remember what he got.
Of course not. Kimo, you could verify this yourself with the ham radio side, you know.
No, but we're trying to think of a situation right now because he's firing a laser at 250,000 miles. Is that right? Is that how far the moon is? Yeah.
Not just one.
Yeah,
do
but
it,
you
Kimo.
can't really fire it that far if the moon is
Yes,
local.
you can, Kimo. Yeah, no, Kimo. This proves you. You can do this with a ham radio license and an EME outfit. A couple of antennas. You could do this yourself.
No, you're missing the point. If we have
No,
a
you're
lo-
missing the
No.
point, sir. You're missing the point. You aim at the moon, you get a reflection.
You're
You
not
aim away from the
firing
moon,
a
you don't get a
laser.
reflection.
You're not firing a laser.
You don't need a laser. You can do it with the radios,
there's
too.
no way.
You could do it yourself with a radio.
I'm a little bit incredulous here. How are you firing a
course.
laser at 250,000
Of course you're incredulous.
miles?
That's your problem. You're incredulous. Your
No, just a little
incredulity
bit,
has nothing to do with
slightly.
science.
So let's take a look at this. Let's have a look at somebody firing a laser 250,000
No, Kimo, stop with the laser. Do it with the radio signal. Do it yourself.
No.
Do your own
The
research
man
for a
here
change.
said laser. Is it laser, Thon?
No, it works with radios. Ham radio operators do it all the time.
Yeah, but
It's called EME, or moon bounce.
What did Thon say?
I went for lasers first, but the radios even because you can get that even everywhere.
got
even
lasers
not
and radio,
in-
yeah?
You can do laser too.
A laser that can
observatory-
fire for 250,000 miles.
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes, your incredulity doesn't help. You know, your incredulity has nothing to do with this. The fact that you cannot
My
accept
what?
the results
Sorry?
of this experiment
My
proves
what?
that you're a Poe.
What'd you call me? My what?
I called you an idiot, a Poe.
No, you said
Someone
my
who-
what? My what?
Your incredulity.
My incredulity.
Yeah, the fact you're incredulous about this, you won't believe it. You cannot believe that the
Yeah, I mean lasers
data
that
that
can fire. So are you
No,
saying?
moron! That's exactly what this is proving, and the radio does it yourself. Do it yourself. Get a ham radio license. Get
Do
an
it
EME
myself.
outfit, an antenna. Fire your 2.5 seconds later, the radio signal will bounce back.
No, well, I mean there aren't such demonstrations of this for us to
You
replicate.
can do it yourself. Do it yourself. Do it yourself, you
yes,
idiot.
but you've got to see it first to replicate it.
What do you mean you got to see it first, moron? You do it, and you only aim at the moon, it doesn't bounce back. So if where the firmament was there, it would be bouncing off the firmament no matter where you pointed this thing.
I hear what
Amazingly,
you're
it only
saying.
works when you're pointing at the moon.
I hear what you're
Which
saying.
proves which proves two things. One, the moon is a real object. Two, it reflects radio waves. Three, actually proves three things. Three, it proves how far away it is, which is a lot further away than you think it is, you idiot.
Don't stress yourself out. Look.
No, you're a complete and utter moron if you cannot accept the results of this experiment.
Now listen up. If I said to you,
No, you listen up.
If I
You
said
listen up. This is the results of the experiment. Either you accept them or you don't.
awfully rude.
Do you accept the results of the experiment?
Well, again, you've got to show that someone's done
Don't
this.
have to show shit.
Well, you
What do I
would
have to show? That radio signals bounce off the moon, but not when I aim them away from the moon? If it was a firmament, the firmament would be all over and we bounce them no matter where I shine it. But amazingly, it only reflects when I point it at the moon, which proves that 1, the moon is a real object. 2, it reflects laser and radio waves. 3, how far away it is, because we can time it.
Sorry,
No.
you can
Well,
bounce
this is
off
what we
the
want to see. We
ionosphere,
would like to
too.
see.
The ionosphere is not the moon.
We would like to. We would
The ionosphere.
No, we're not bouncing off the ionosphere. Not on this wavelength, sir. The ionosphere bounces a different thing on a different wavelength.
There's man-made reflectors on the moon.
But look, again, I'm not denying any of all this. This is we're in 2021.
Yes, you are.
We should have the technology to fire things at the moon. All we're asking for is a demonstration so we can buy our own. We can buy our own lasers and radios and.
You don't need your own laser. You need a big laser like that's expensive and powerful. What you need is a radio, a ham radio's license, and a medium size of about 100 watts of radio power.
We need someone who can demonstrate this. So we can replicate this.
No, you can do it yourself, Kimo. Do it yourself. Call up your local radio club and ask them.
What would I do? I don't know what to do. I've got to see someone do it, then I can replicate it.
Fine. Call your local radio club.
No, I don't need to call anyone. I need to see someone do it.
EME is not difficult to do.
Kimo, especially for somebody who really cares about the truth. It's not hard at all.
Well, it seems to me for globe earthers because no one's ever done it.
What do you mean no one's done it? Ham radio operators do it every freaking time the moon is above the horizon.
So why aren't ball earthers doing this daily, on a daily basis?
Why? You can't do it daily. You can't do it. Okay, listen. Kimo,
do it daily.
You can do it every day, but sometimes you can't do it at night because the moon has to be above the horizon.
Yeah, but that would be for someone somewhere in the world, right?
But I tell you what, almost every high school or elementary school, junior high school is taking their kids there for a field trip every week or every month. For sure.
Actually, only about half the people on Earth have a view of the moon at the same time.
Who knows? It's not important. What we needed is a demonstration, so we can repeat.
I can told you the demonstration, you idiot.
No,
I told you how to do it.
Yeah, you taught me what to do, but you've never seen anyone do it.
Yeah. I've actually seen people do it. I've done it myself. You can go look online for your local radio club. Call them up. Ask them about Earth, Moon, Earth, or moon bounce.
Why would you lie? Why would you lie? Why would you lie? Why would you lie?
Now after the show, would this be a good video?
What's that?
In the past 5 and 10 minutes,
Good methodology here.
links have been posted in the chat of people demonstrating that.
Oh, excellent.
For the
Jose.
past 5 minutes, people have been posting
Okay,
links
what's the
demonstrating.
timestamp? Give the timestamp.
Everything
there it is, yeah. Biodual.
Yeah.
At 42 minutes past the hour, just a minute ago.
15 minutes long, yeah. I mean, guys,
Yeah, I haven't
look.
I haven't watched through it. I've gone through some of it.
I've
but this
skimmed
is,
through it, right? This is how you guys get deceived.
I would love to fucking finish, Kimo. I would love to fucking finish my thought. Am I allowed to? Do I have your permission?
Not up to me. It's up to you.
It's obviously up to you if you're going to continue to overtalk me when I'm trying to get my point across and trying to discuss something I'm sharing. Am I allowed to, Kimo?
Not up to me. It's up to you.
It is up to you if you continue to interrupt me. Do I have your permission?
It's not about me. It's not up to me.
Then shut the fuck up, Kimo. So, Shill, I post this. I don't know much about the moon bounce with radio signals. I don't have a problem with it occurring based on my experience in my life, but I haven't seen it. Would this be a fair video to look over for what you're talking about?
It looks pretty good. I have not watched this. Comes from a radio operator, so probably is what happened. I've not seen this particular video.
Thon, so what would be acceptable is you've got to fire the radar laser off.
I'm good at anything.
Yeah, if you want to demonstrate.
By people that are sincere about what they're doing and can prove what they're doing, I'm good with it.
Yeah, but remember, you just believe. You just have a belief.
No,
this isn't belief. This is a demonstration. You can do it yourself.
No.
You always said do your own research. So do your own research.
Thumb here has a belief.
What? Yeah.
No, this isn't a belief.
I know you guys have to grab on the
This
word.
is scientific proof that the moon is A, real, B, reflects radio waves and lasers, and 3, how far away it is, which is a lot further away than you think it is. Then you can also prove there's no firmament, it's not bouncing off the firmament, because you take the same radio, aim it 20 degrees away from the moon, and guess what? No reflection.
Okay, so
why is that?
Did they follow these steps? Did they fire that radar off a wall, get a signal, return?
A wall?
Yeah,
A
to
wall.
make sure that they can get an actual
That's why they
signal of
won't let you
something
do have
solid.
it.
A wall is kind of close, but yeah, they.
Yeah, this is what they have to do. Because you ball earthers do things a little bit
No,
backwards.
that's not what they have to do.
Kind of
What they have to
cut
do is
corners. You're
with the
sneaky
people,
about
with the
information.
Even
Okay, that's why you have to do it yourself, Kimo. That's why you
Yeah,
have
but
to
if
get
you
the
want to be
radio
honest
yourself
and transparent,
and do it
you've gotta-
yourself.
You want to be transparent.
You're not transparent nor honest, sir. You're both incredulous and stupid, and I don't know which one's overriding right now.
Yeah, that is a wild, outrageous claim to say.
No, it's totally 100% true, sir.
If I say to you,
I've shown you how to do.
If I say to you,
no, it's stupid. Stupid is because you cannot believe the information that I'm presenting truthfully to you. You will not do it yourself to replicate it. You keep on telling that the moon is close and not a thing and a reflection and bullshit. In the meantime, I've told you what to do. I've told you to contact your local radio club and look at it, and you refuse to do it.
Yeah, because there's no demonstration of this in the first place.
Do it yourself. There is too. You just posted a video on it.
No. What we saw in the video was just. Sorry, Thom. Go on.
Do it yourself then, Kimo.
Do
it yourself.
Or local service will show you. Isn't that showing you?
No, because Thom, what we're looking for, and Patriot, what we're looking for is validation. Validation.
This is validation, you idiot.
No. We want to
Do it yourself. Validate it. Verify it yourself. Call your local radio club. Talk to them about EME or moon bounce. Look at it yourself.
I'm glad to, but there has to be a
Then do it. And in the meantime, shut the fuck up.
No, in the meantime, what happens in the meanwhile? In the meantime, we need that demonstration.
Okay, shut the fuck up because you're wrong.
Look at what Kimo's talking about right here. Kimo's idea that there needs to be a demonstration for you to replicate it. See, if something hasn't already been done, then it cannot be done, according to Kimo. Isn't that a fun game? Don't you guys like that?
Oh, yeah.
If it's not been done, then it cannot be done. You can only replicate that which has been done. Tell us all about that, Kimo. Go.
Until it comes to the firmament or the ice wall or...
Curb, you are a broken man. I mean, you used to be better than this.
No, sir, you're either...
You used to have really strong arguments. You used to be in the thick of the fire. And now you're just a shadow of your former self.
Your feelings, Kimo.
It's awful.
Is that why you're attacking me?
Well, I just find it a shame that you've come this low. You used to be one of the top all earthers.
Oh, look who's talking about being low.
Am I the one saying that something needs to be done before it can be replicated, that before it can ever be done the first time, it needs to have already been done? That's what you're asserting, Kimo.
No, I'm saying how low ye have fallen.
Defend that.
And the reason why you're fallen is because you're an atheist.
Oh no, I'm not falling, Kimo. Talk about what I said.
No, you have fallen. Look where you are now.
Kimo, why take it personal here?
Well, I'm saying your arguments used to be a lot better than this. A lot better.
Because he realizes he's lost this argument and has to attack you personally.
I'm not attacking you personally. It's not personal. I'm saying the arguments used to be a lot better.
Oh, well, maybe your arguments used to be better.
We haven't
changed.
But
that was an easy one to stuff right back in your face, Kimo.
We remain
the same. That was a silly
same.
thing for you to try to argue.
We remain the same scientific method, and we remain the same. We stick to our path.
This argument is so bad, you are unable to respond to it.
Oh, I can respond
to it. You haven't responded to it. You just said curved is fallen.
Fallen.
Whatever that means.
Like an angel.
And he's challenging the logic.
Or demon, I should say.
Or the lack of it.
Who's challenging who? I'm saying to Thon here is that we're looking for a practical demonstration. Because what my point was is, if I say, oh, there's gold at the bottom of the rainbow, you would say, show it first. Let's see that before I go looking for gold at the bottom of the rainbow.
And then if 2,000, 10,000, 50,000 people after that also done it?
No, Kimo, my response to that would be that rainbows are just a phenomena of light and vapors in the air. So you would have to at least prove the principle that could cause physical gold at the end of it. So I wouldn't even ask for the gold at the end. I would ask for the principle behind how a light phenomena can produce a physical material. That's what I would ask.
So what you're saying, everybody in Ireland is lying?
I know, leprechauns. You think they're all lying?
My future wife is from Ireland.
Just crazy.
So everybody's just in on the leprechaun lie. Is that it?
That's a myth.
I wonder why you tell me any leprechauns. Isn't the rainbow a Christian symbol, Kimo? Sure it is.
No, but there's but it's meant to be. Yeah,
I wouldn't say so.
Supposed
More
to
of a
be.
pagan symbol.
I think with Christianity's view on homosexuality, I'm not sure it is.
Well, maybe not anymore.
Well, yeah,
When I was the younger man, it
the
was.
community did taint it.
Rainbows are representative of the flood, right?
God's promise to never flood the earth.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't know. Leprechauns seem pretty gay to me. I don't know.
Why?
Jesus,
Everybody
that
who's
was
short's gay now?
Well, leprechauns seem pretty gay. I mean,
Pretty gay, yeah.
So the point was, is
What's
if
gay
I
about
say
wearing
to you,
green
go and look
tuxedo?
for the gold at the end of the rainbow, you're going to say, show me
and
the
then
rainbow.
wear a little
show
green
me
thing,
the gold.
dance around.
So if you're saying to me, you're sending a rainbow to the moon, you've got to be able to show that.
Oh, moron, shut up.
It's
No,
a
sorry,
rainbow.
you're the one talking about rainbows to deflect from the fact that your argument sucks.
No, but the point is, you're not demonstrating anything. We're looking for substance.
What do you mean you're not? What am I not demonstrating with
I've given you a
Earth, Moon, or?
fantastic way to validate it. The one way.
Yeah, I've given you a fantastic way. Actually, I've given you a fantastic way to validate it. Actually, fucking do something and shut the fuck up for a change. How
Yeah,
about
the
that?
best way I would suggest: find a wall, find a.
No, the best way I would suggest is to go to your local radio club, ask them about EME, and fucking do it for a change instead of talking. Actually, get your hands dirty and actually do some real research. I know that's tough for you.
Got to remember, it's not my claim.
Gotta remember, you're a flat earther and you don't do real science. You just talk about bullshit. I understand.
This is a Gödel of reversal fallacy. Yes.
No, it isn't,
No, it's
because
not.
science can be done in two directions, Kimo. You can disprove a claim and you can prove a claim. Both are equally valid within science, and you should know this, but you're going to deny that.
What I do know is that your claim needs to be validated.
And you can disprove my claim.
Isn't no evidence for the claim a disproval of it in
No,
itself?
no, the
Incorrect,
hand wave of evidence doesn't negate the evidence at all. I'm sorry, I used
Well,
the
if
word.
there is evidence, yeah.
No, but there is
Right,
And you could do this yourself. You could do this yourself, Bon Povey. Could call up the Bahamas radio club and actually fucking do it. But
Don't click on that link.
The only way there would be
What
evidence
Why do you
is
call the Bahamas a radio club?
if you follow the steps that we outlined. I outlined. Like
No,
I say,
incorrect.
Fire it off
Incorrect.
a wall, show us the measurement. Fire
No,
it off a
incorrect.
tree or a boat or something in the distance.
Incorrect.
Satisfied.
It's
And then
But
fire it off the
prove that
moon.
radio bounces off of things. We know radios bounce off of things. It's called radar. We've known of this for about 70 years now. So we know that radio waves bounce off of real objects. We don't need to prove that again. You complete and utter moron.
Or you get a reflector here on Earth.
It's called radar, you idiot.
I know,
We've
but
done
you're
this
bouncing
for
a reflector on the moon, right?
No, actually no. The radio signal bounces off the moon itself.
No. You're bouncing.
Yes,
off
it does. The radio bounces off the moon itself.
No. You're
Like
trying
off
to,
the rocks.
No.
No, not with the radio. The laser, yes. The radio waves, no, because by the time they get there, they're very big. They bounce off the surface itself, like bouncing off the rocks.
They bounce off the moon. I mean the dome.
No, because you point
reflector,
it. Listen to me. But if you point it, say 20, 30 degrees away from the moon, you get no bounce. Why is that? Because there's no firmament there. There's no fucking dome there, you idiot.
Show that, and then we can move forward.
You can show that yourself. I can tell you.
That's not my claim,
Because
shield
the
page
moon,
NASA
the
guy.
moon is the embodiment of what it is. See, if you're pointing,
No, the moon is real. The moon is a real rocky object.
it is.
Don't know
Well,
that,
I don't know
though,
if it's a
do
rock, but
Yeah, it's
it
a
could
rock.
be.
We
It
have
looks like a
rocks.
rock.
We have moon rocks. We have about
looks-
100 pounds of moon rocks
No, we don't. We have
that we went and got. But in the meantime, if I point it at the moon, I get a signal back. I point it even a few degrees off the moon, I get no signal from the fucking dome. What does that tell me?
When
It tells me
did you
there
do that?
there is no dome. It tells me the moon is real, and it is
means-
2.5 light seconds round trip.
When did you do that?
It means the moon. It means the moon is closer.
No, incorrect. No,
Look,
incorrect.
you're not a real
It means
globe
the
earther.
moon
This
is
There
is
is
inside
nonsense.
the
no,
dome.
there is no dome. No, it's
You're
no,
not a real.
2.5
What is the word for?
You,
You're
no,
not a real
this,
globe
you guys
earther.
are. You guys can talk all you want. You're disregarding the science.
No.
You're disregarding the science itself.
You're not
that
a real
proves that the
globe
moon is
earther. What have you
1.2 light seconds away.
Yeah,
There are
there
no
must be
beliefs in
a glow
science.
or something. How do you call a pretend globe earther?
No, it's not even no. This has nothing to do with the globe. This
You're a
has to do with the
globe.
fact that the moon is real. That the moon is
And it
1.2
really
light
is.
seconds away.
You're just saying nonsense. Can't you verify what you're saying?
Yes, do it yourself.
Stop squeaking at me and
Get
verify
a
what you're
radio.
saying.
Get an antenna. Point it at the moon.
I don't have
Listen
to
for
get
the
anything.
echo.
It's your wild claim.
It's not my wild claim. It's fine. It's my claim.
Yes.
Do it. You say it's false. You prove me false. Do it yourself.
Oh,
and guess what?
so
You're going to find out it's true.
unicorns are
You
false,
complete
yes?
another moron.
So just prove unicorns.
You're
are
incredibly no. That's not how it works.
So you're
Exactly
incredulous
true,
about
you aim it
about
away from the moon,
leprechauns.
even a degree or two away from the moon, you get no signal back. That proves there is no dome. It proves that the moon is real. It proves that it bounces off radio waves, and it proves that it's 1.2 light seconds away, which you can calculate into a distance.
Well, you're incredulous about leprechauns. Yeah.
What? No, yeah, I'm incredulous about leprechauns. Okay, fine. I'll agree that leprechauns are fake. Can we agree that leprechauns are fake, or are you going to say that leprechauns are real?
That's the same point. This is a very
No, incorrect. Because you can verify the moon yourself.
How?
You idiot! With the radio.
No, you can't go there
Yes.
yourself, can you?
No, you idiot! You fucking complete and total moron. You either are an idiot or you're a Poe. Which one? Please tell me so I can decide.
I don't see.
Which one? No, which one? Because this will involve my tactics with you. Are you an idiot or are you a Poe?
You're not acting like a globe earther.
Because I told you what to do. I told you the results that you'll get. I told you how to do the results. You don't even have to buy anything. You can go call people and watch them. You could do it yourself. But no, you want to do it. Why don't you want to do it? Are you an idiot or are you a Poe?
Real globe earthers do what
Real globe earthers don't. Real globe earthers, yeah, they do real science.
Even though I suggest he doesn't do it, but he's going to do an actual scientific experiment. Now you, on the other hand,
Kimo, when your back is up against the wall, I would appreciate if my dick wasn't in your mouth. How about that?
Well, again, I'm suggesting that you just not do this.
I suggest get my dick out of your mouth when you're in the corner, backed up.
Well, I'm explaining that a real globe earther to me, someone like you who feels they can do something to prove they live on a board with gravity. But him here, he's not really doing what globe earthers do.
I have nothing to do. This experiment has nothing to do with gravity. Has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth. What it does have to do with is the moon. Is it real and how far away it is? That's all this experiment does. So shut the fuck up about gravity.
A globe earther would do.
Yes, he does.
Go on, then.
He's saying the moon is a reflection or some such bullshit. And no, it's a real object.
I'm saying
and he's also saying it's close. It's not. It's far away. It's 1.2 light seconds away. That's a long ways away.
No, this is not what globe earthers do. You're not presenting anything to support your claim.
No, what globe earthers do is show the flat earthers that they're completely full of shit.
Go on then, that's
like
what I'm waiting
experiment.
for. Show me.
No, do it yourself. I showed you. We even have a video. It was 13 minutes ago.
Said
you're
you're going to show me, then you said show yourself.
Wait, how am I supposed to show you? I told you how to get shown. Go call up your local radio club and talk to them about EME.
No, I want you to prove your wild, outrageous claim. Otherwise,
it's not an outrageous claim, you moron.
Look, got a few choices.
I will call them for you.
Accept.
I have to get them online to you.
Accept that you can't prove the globe and let me speak to Thorn. Okay.
Yes, you can.
I'm not proving the globe. I'm proving that this experiment will prove that the moon is real. It is, and how far away it is. That's all this will do. Stop about the globe.
Radio only goes 20 miles.
Incorrect. Right, this radio will go a long way. Why won't the radio only go 20 miles?
Well, maybe if you have a radio repeater.
Yeah. Well, shut up.
You don't know what kind of radio you're talking about.
Right, this is
well,
not
the
what
atmosphere
globe
is
earth
thin
is.
up there, so it might.
Just cheerleading. You're not actually
That's
providing
for the curve.
anything.
Oh, shut up, Kimo. Shut up.
No.
Until you want to do this experiment, until you have real results, I don't want to hear from you again about this subject.
Look,
Pick another
I'm
subject
not,
right now because you've lost on this one. You have totally, completely fucking lost on this one.
Look, I know you're like, there's gold in them hills. I'm not chasing your dream unless you can demonstrate your claim.
I've demonstrated it, you idiot. You posted a video on it.
Posted like
Do it yourself. Then just shut the fuck up on this one. Pick a different subject that it is not that I can't.
Kimo. Just walk
Come on,
away.
I'm giving you an opportunity to walk away with a little bit of pride.
You didn't even have to. Yeah.
Look, what we're
you
looking
didn't have
for.
to do that either. Just.
We're looking for people who can demonstrate their claim. Not
Kimo, I've told you who to do that. Call your local radio club.
Not me.
In the meantime, shut the fuck. I've offered you an opportunity to walk away from this argument with having only lost badly and not getting annihilated.
How would I find my local radio club? Do I have to buy a radio and?
No.
You look them up online would be the best way. Type in Bahamas Ham Radio Club or Bahamas Radio Amateur Radio, and my guess is you'll find one. Maybe I don't know if on that little island of yours, but maybe on the bigger island.
Radio Shack go out of business?
Yeah, suppose that got to do with anything.
Right.
I don't think there's one in my area. Sorry.
You know what? There's actually in Bahamas. There's several. what they call radio satellites. Big giant satellites are pointing up in the air. They used to talk to the satellite. They talk to the satellite, the astronauts when they're in the air. They see when things are coming into the orbit.
Okay.
It reads all that stuff.
Okay, fine. We're gonna have to we're gonna have to just put that one down to.
So I'm gonna call them. You tell them I'm gonna get your phone number, and you can go see them. Now you tell me where you're at, and I'll get. Huh? No, they're not.
No, I'm talking about the one I was near it.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to cross that as a NA, not available. Okay, today, not available. That experiment.
No, they're available. They're available right now. They're 24 hours.
No, but no one can show it right now. It's not available. Yes.
Okay, if there's a radio station in the Bahamas.
Not radio station. Radio satellite. The radio amateur radio.
Okay.
And some of them are government, but
can't we move on because you can't demonstrate it. I can't demonstrate it.
Okay, get on your radio app on your phone right now and call somebody on the Bahamas.
No, that's going to have to be an NA, not available today. Yes.
Why not?
Because no one can prove it today.
In the Bahamas uses radio.
Nobody in the Bahamas uses radio. Are you?
I've offered you an opportunity to walk away from this, Kimo. Now shut the fuck up. Call up your local radio club and do it yourself. If the moon is above the horizon, they can prove it to you. Until then, just please shut the fuck up on this one.
Oh, yeah, let's move on. That's the NA. So, fun. And
no, it's not NA. It's called. No, this isn't NA. This is called Kimo has his ass handed to him.
Well, it's not available.
He offered the opportunity to walk away with still having a little bit of ass on him.
Let's have a look at a WA. What's available today? Okay. So, Thon, what today would be available to prove we're on a board?
You to go to the guys and show them.
Dude, stop gargling over him. It's funny enough already.
Is available today.
Thon, I couldn't hear you. Everyone is over talking you. So let's look at WA. What's available, and not the NA. Not available. So today, what is available today to see?
Tell me the city you're in, and I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
The closest city, big city. Well, what is it? Zip code. Hello.
Hello.
You know your zip code?
I'm listening.
You know your zip code? Give me your zip code.
Zip code.
Yes, I'm gonna find some.
I didn't mute you. I didn't mute you, Paige Shill.
Give me your home address, Kimo. I'll find one next to you quickly. Just show me where you live.
Oh, don't mute him because he thinks it's me, and I didn't mute him.
Slower.
Only Globey is mute.
I think you're annoying others, but I mean, I'm fine with you, Paige Shill. Like I said, I've always said it's, we're just freaking out.
Remember when I was muted, or when I was muted and me and someone else removed channels, and you said it wasn't you, and then another mod said, "Ha, Kimo, I could see the log. It was you." You remember that?
Yeah, that was CB messing around.
Okay.
No, it
crack
wasn't.
Down on people adding me to click on IP grabber links.
He didn't post the log, did he? No. So, Paige.
All right, Kimo. That's very Christianly of you.
Unfortunately.
Ooh.
But Thon is still here, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Thon is still here.
Yeah.
So you were saying now, WA, what's available today now to go on a ball, spinning ball? What could we do?
TimeandDate.com is available today.
I don't have Bitcoins. I have this thing called shit coins.
All right, imagine you're in a spinning dingleberry.
Hold on, give Thon a chance.
There's a black hole in your vicinity.
Thon, are you still with us?
John Lennon writes a song about.
I need your zip code.
Zip
or
code?
Or largest city by you.
And just go with England.
Anywhere in England?
Yeah, anywhere in England.
Reach for it, but it ain't close enough.
Hey. Hey, how you doing, babe?
Sorry.
Yeah, but how will that prove I'm on a spinning ball flying through space right now? I mean, if there's nothing right now, just say there's nothing right now in this moment. Yeah?
The fact that it's night in the UK and it's daytime in Australia. Interesting.
Oh, we could just go, thanks, Bob. Proving the Earth spins. Thanks, Bob.
Oh, fine. I didn't mean to scare you away. It doesn't matter if you can't think of anything right now. Most globers usually can't.
Oh, I'm guessing he's got me fucking turned down then.
So again, another NA, not available.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said, Kimo. I was talking to somebody.
Well, what we're looking for, because I get the impression now the globe earthers are not really globe earthers.
You're not looking at all.
Yeah. He's a cutard.
I'm
You're not looking at
searching.
all.
I mean, a globe earther for me would have globe evidence, right, and proof.
Right. So what happens is the same thing that I told Percentage. I told Percentage that it's very difficult to see evidence when you cover your eyes. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Wow, we've looked at all of your experiments. You're about to.
You haven't looked at it.
Hang on. You said evidence, not experiment. Why did you change the narrative?
Well, we need.
Can you answer? Come on, answer me now. Come on.
My ears.
God.
What's wrong with you, man?
How does it feel, Kimo, when someone does
I'm
it to
still waiting
you?
for one of you guys to radio me right now.
How does it feel, Kimo, when you don't have the answer to your own fucking question because you said evidence and then you went to experiment?
Feels like you're struggling, yes?
We need an experiment to show evidence.
So yes, Brenda. What we're doing is we're looking.
Oh, look, no
The
answer.
flat earthers are struggling. I'm just kidding.
It's like they didn't put their socks on.
That's right. They got socked in the mouth.
Yeah. Kimo's like, he was in the wrong room for hours.
Just out of interest, Kimo, when you were doing your years of research on this topic, how come you didn't come across that experiment that NASA Shill had told you about? How come you hadn't found that already?
So yes, Brenda, we were discussing the science
Classic
and the
deflection.
evidence for the globe, and it appears to me.
How does he do that?
Superb deflection, Kimo. Fantastic. Well done.
It's the Charles Xavier game.
Very subtle, Kimo. Well done.
Subtle.
What do you mean subtle? We saw it coming a fucking mile away.
Not
is
even
true.
being facetious. I'm certainly.
What's that? He's being a feces. What?
Just think,
Did
because
somebody
obviously,
say Dr. Feces? I mean,
because
Fauci?
well, obviously, you to debunk a subject, you need to have a decent working knowledge of it, and you would think that a radio experiment for the moon would be one of the bits of research you would have come across pretty early on. But it's amazing that he hasn't come across it up until this evening. It's incredible.
You're thinking he's got a working brain up there? What the fuck? He's a script.
Oh, no. You were using the wrong definition of research. That's all.
That's right. Using the real definition of research and not the flat Earth definition of
YouTube,
research.
yeah, YouTube, basically.
Yeah, it's actually,
YouTube, and only that YouTube that supports you. Everything else that doesn't support you is not research.
Shill.
There's no need to watch something that doesn't support you. Everyone knows this. Moving along.
Yeah, you have
and
to
I'm
understand
assuming-
the word. Okay.
I'm assuming
the word,
having a proper education is being indoctrinated, isn't it? Apparently, that's how that works.
No,
Well, I
but
mean,
the way they spell
indoctrination is a movie,
research
man.
is
That's the problem,
R
right? 'Cause
with
we all
6
had to accept
E's.
a little wait. 6 E's.
Search. So it's 2 words.
A lot of re.
The analogy I like to use for this is anyone in here a musician and tried to learn like guitar or something from YouTube?
Dude, I tried to watch Davey 504. Fuck off! I ain't got
yeah.
a face.
Well, I think you learn. You go on. You go on YouTube trying to learn the guitar, and inevitably you go straight for the stuff that you want to play. You end up ignoring loads of the basic shit because you think you already know it. And then when you do end up having proper formal lessons, you realise that you haven't even done the basics yet. And it takes someone to point it out to you. But when you try and learn it yourself, you don't notice. And I think it's the same thing.
Well, it's definitely
with the
Dunning
flat Earth
Kruger.
side of things. Yeah.
It's definitely Dunning Kruger here.
Hey, Freddie doesn't want to be involved, okay?
Who?
Okay, so Davros, we're actually in the middle of a scientific discussion.
No, you're not, Kimo. You're in the middle of a deflection.
I was only asking why you hadn't come across that
Oh,
bit
that
of
was
research
fucking
already. That was all I was
beautiful.
asking. That's it's a simple question, really.
Yeah,
I
you can
think it's
only
an honest
ask.
question.
You can only ask when I've
thought he was in
explained
the
to
middle of
Brenda
his
the
destruction.
situation of what's happening.
What is happening right now?
Well, we were looking for the evidence from a globe earther.
No,
it
you're
appears
avoiding
today.
questions. Remember?
So you
Globe
need a-
earther.
you need
The
a-
globe earther name is
London.
just like a tag, or it doesn't really mean.
So are we going to talk about the globe Earth now? Because now what happens in the globe Earth. One of the best ways to prove the globe Earth to yourself is in 7 days from now, you take a stick and you put it in the ground plumb to the Earth, and you measure the shadow at your local noon, and then you do a little bit of trigonometry, and you find out, hey, the Earth is a globe.
But that's presupposing the distance to the sun.
No way.
Yep,
Someone
exactly
so
right.
hyper is an Air Force pilot.
Why did the Mayans
No way.
think the Earth
Oh,
was
hey, Rocky, it's another one of my buddies. How are you today, sir? Yeah,
Good,
if you actually would do this experiment, you would actually prove 7 days
Hey.
from now is the perfect time to do it because the the sun is over the equator.
Well,
Hey, calm down a little bit. Calm down.
No, I already handed him his ass once. You want me to hand you your ass to you?
You keep asking where the
Calm
Mayans
down,
went.
Hyperboy.
Nobody
What
knows
rank
where the
were
Mayans
you
went.
when you
I'm
retired
not.
from the Air Force?
I don't need to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. You don't know enough about me
yeah.
already.
There is
I'm
no
not going to
way
dox me
someone so
anymore.
No,
hyped
seriously,
up
what was
as
about the
you
what
is
was
an Air
that
Force
pyro
pilot.
about the Mayans? Or who was that talking?
That was
Oh.
me.
The Mayans, they became
Why
Why did the
Atlanteans,
Mayans know the Earth was
and
flat?
they took over the sixth kingdom of Atlantis. So yeah,
Oh,
go follow
God.
that one.
Evidence.
Fuck the Mayans, dude. They seem like
What do you mean
the
evidence?
Nazis.
What's this evidence thing?
They took over the
Why are you
Mayans.
talking about the Mayans? What did the
So,
Mayans
did you
have to do
hear
with the
that
shape of the
conspiracy
Earth,
theory
please?
I
yet?
don't know. He said the Mayans
Because
did
they were an
they were
advanced
sun worshippers.
civilization. Why
Sun
did they
worshippers.
think the Earth was flat if they were so
Sun
advanced?
worshippers.
Because they were Stone Age people? How about that?
Because
They weren't Stone Age.
They were Stone Age people. They had no metal tools.
Excuse me?
No.
Yeah, that's the
They had-
definition.
They had
Stone
You
Age.
That's
say
the
the
definition.
Mayans didn't have metal tools.
What's obsidian,
That's
please?
stone.
What's obsidian?
Obsidian is stone, guys.
It's
Obsidian's a
molten.
rock.
It's glass. No, it's
It's a
glass.
rock.
Dumbass.
What's
It's
glass?
glass.
Yeah, but
It's a rock. They dug out of the
rock is
ground.
also
No,
called
it's lava.
stone.
Well,
I'm
Is
sorry.
it just a rock?
It's still stone.
It's not. It
It's
doesn't
not
matter.
bronze.
They didn't use copper or bronze or iron.
It's not bronze. It's not
And that would take you
copper.
out of the Stone Age to get out.
They were
into
Stone Age people.
Bronze. Yeah, because they didn't get to the Bronze Age, so they'd be in the Stone Age.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if it was glass or ruby or anything else. It's not metal.
If you want to change the definition of that again.
Yeah.
So, again, this idea that the idea that space a
Oh,
vacuum.
Kimo, just stop it. Kimo, just stop it, please.
He's going to keep
You're
going until he
waffling.
finds a subject that he knows a little bit more about than, well, which is nothing, but that's another issue.
So what we're looking
So
for
he's just gonna
is
keep going like the Energizer Bunny.
we have
Kimo, you're
claims.
not looking for Kimo. You're not looking for shit. Just give it up, man. You're not looking for anything.
What
Well, we
happened to
have
Rack?
claims. We have lots of claims. Now, people say lots of things, okay, but very rarely do we see those claims being backed up by scientific evidence
Or will you accept
Oh,
me
bullshit.
of any kind.
Of globe Earth.
Complete and utter horse tripe, and you know it.
Words.
The idea that we can have a vacuum of space
That's proven. Thank you.
next to all of this
A gradient.
atmosphere.
Right next to a gradient that gradually goes to zero almost.
Yeah, it gradually goes
Well,
to
that's all
almost
part
zero.
of the
That's correct.
presupposition. Yeah, you
That's
Well, you're lucky because
presuppose.
It's not a presupposition. Been measured.
Who measured it?
Yeah, just Kimo, go get
You
light
can
when he's
measure it.
walking
You
up-
can see. This is
up
another
to
one
us
you
or
could
up.
actually do yourself.
You said it's been measured though. So who measured it?
Mr. Sensible did something pretty close to this. He measured the pressure
Who?
all the way up to like 130,000 feet.
Who measured it?
Mr. Sensible, you could do it yourself
Mr.
with
Sensible measured it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do it
Measured
yourself.
the earth.
you could do this one. You could do yourself with a balloon and a barometer.
Okay, how
And a
did you
recording
measure it?
barometer. You take the barometer, put it in the balloon, let the balloon go up to altitude. Watch it trace its pressure dropping as it goes up. and then recover the barometer and look at the readouts. And guess what?
Yep.
I have a
What was
question.
the measurement?
Hello, Kimo?
Hello.
Yes, I'm just waiting for things to quiet down. So, how come flat earthers never, ever, ever see a single video put out by globe earthers? They have like zero interest in ever looking at the content that is produced by people debunking their stuff. And there's tons of it out there. And you never look at it.
For example,
Just now, Mr. Sensible, you didn't know that Mr. Sensible had put down the Mage project. He's done it twice. There's a Mage 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know anything about it.
I made a video debunking.
He knows about it.
I made a video debunking Mr. Sensible.
Yeah, you didn't debunk him though. You just you totally didn't debunk him.
Disliked it. You just totally disliked his video and thought you debunked it. All you had to do is you didn't even have to.
I thought you meant he made a measurement. I didn't know you were talking about saying.
He did actually. He had a barometer on board. That's how he found his
video was
pressure.
basically just a thumbs down to his video.
The experts say that he's not high enough to see curvature.
That no one saw.
What makes Mr. Sensible more expert than the experts? That would be called.
He doesn't. I'm just showing you that you could do this yourself. You complete and utter moron.
But that would be called Dunning-Kruger, right?
This would be called doing real science as opposed to this bullshit that you think is science.
You know more than the experts.
You know more than the experts. You reject all the experts.
Hey, all right, Kimo. What do
You
the
claim
experts
to
say?
know more
Kimo?
than the experts, do they?
Kimo.
What do the experts say, Kimo?
So watch my video and it explains.
I'm not watching that
I'll never
shit
watch
from
your
you.
video.
Well, that's it then. So you disagree with the experts. Why
I'm
do
not
you
watching your video.
Why do you think you're more expert than the experts?
What good are you in your videos? You won't do any real science. You don't know anything. I mean, what do you know? Everything you've said today has been false.
I know what the experts say. The experts say you're not high enough to see curvature. Why do you disagree with the experts?
Do you consider yourself to be an expert, Kimo?
No, I agree with the experts.
It sounds like it.
The
experts say the Earth is round.
No,
It's
the
round.
experts
Agree
say
with
the experts say it's pear-shaped.
How pear-shaped is it? How pear-shaped is it, Rakia?
What do you mean how
That's very
pear-shaped? How
pear-shaped is it,
How
Rakia?
pear-shaped is a pear?
Keep going. How pear-shaped?
So why
Finish
do you
that statement.
How
disagree with the
pear-shaped is
experts?
it, Rakia?
How come you guys
Kimo, how pear-shaped is it?
Why do you disagree with the experts? That's what we need to know.
How pear-shaped is it, Kimo?
How pear-shaped is a
Wait,
pear?
chill. I disagree with how Kimo is representing what was said about the pear-shapedness of the Earth. What the actual quote was, it's shaped like a pear. It's fatter at the bottom than it is at the top. That's what was said.
Yeah, this doesn't
Not
look
that
like
it's
a
an
pear,
actual
doofus.
fucking pear.
Very
That's not a pear, doofus. You've got the wrong
How
image. The experts don't
pear-shaped
say
is
that
it?
looks like a pear. That's not a pear.
How
That's
pear-shaped
an
is it?
apple.
How pear-shaped is it?
That's an apple, not a pear.
If it was shrunken down to the size of a pool ball, would you be able to tell that it was pear-shaped at all?
So you said Mr. Sensible measured the Earth.
Now, hold on a second. We're talking
What makes
about
Mr.
pear-shapedness
Sensible
now.
more
Are we going back to
expert
the
than the
barometer?
experts?
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the pear-shapedness of the Earth? We're talking about the barometer.
We're
Which
talking
one
about
of these am I
Mr.
gonna believe?
Sensible, and you ball-earthers think you're more expert than the experts. Why?
Hey, look, someone's got a radio antenna.
Girl.
That actually looks like a satellite antenna, actually.
So
Tom,
because
but
this little girl has a radio antenna, that makes you more expert than the experts.
it makes me more expert than you, but that's not difficult.
What about the experts? Are you more expert than them?
I know about the experts, but you don't know about the experts.
Experts say
I
that
don't
you're not
disagree
high
with the
enough to see curvature. Why do
No,
you
no,
disagree with the experts?
That little girl is more expert than Kimo.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
experts
that's
say
true.
you're not high enough to see curvature at that height, Mr. Sensible. Why do you disagree with the experts?
Because he compressed the images to show.
Ah,
It's the- look,
Dunning-Kruger. So that's the
No,
that's
look
the definition
here,
of
look here.
Dunning-Kruger.
So you don't even
know
need to go up in the
more
balloon.
than the experts.
You don't even need to go up in the balloon. What you don't understand is basically everything. But
you put yourself on a higher level than the experts.
no, it's called you don't know what you're talking about because you like to cherry pick what they say. Look at this. See, you don't even have to go up in the balloon. You can
That's
just do
grandeur.
it
Grandeur. You're seeing yourself as some kind of god.
Look who's talking. The guy who disagrees with all the fucking experts. You complete and utter.
It's a trolls party.
I don't even know the word for you anymore.
Anyone else in here
So-
find it quite fantastic that Kimo's knowledge of the Dunning-Kruger effect kind of fits the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Yeah,
The
I know. It's
Dunning-Kimo
kind of
effect.
funny,
Yeah,
actually.
so I
Yeah,
remember that I
I
wasn't
call it
really
the
even prepared for today.
the Kiwi Kimo effect or
Kind
something
of
like that.
Dunning-Kruger
Yeah, but if the experts say you can't see curvature at that height, why do you disagree with the experts?
With your naked eye.
With the naked eye. You can press the image so you can see it. Simples.
Oh, look. I found the fucking quote.
Which
Could
expert
you
said
read
that,
for me,
BioDuel?
please?
BioDuel, which expert said that?
Kimo's
What?
got me fucking.
What
winded.
you've just said.
Which one are you
with the
trying to use?
naked eye.
I
You said with the
didn't hear you,
naked eye and with the
Stavros.
camera. Which expert said that?
Which hostile witness are you trying to use?
I'm asking you
I
about
hear you.
your expert. Which expert said what
Thank
you
you
just
very
said?
much.
I'm sorry, I never invoked an expert.
Right.
Which hostile witness are
Right.
you trying
So
to use?
I have experts, astrophysicists, who say you're not high enough to see curvature at that height. Why do you disagree with the
your
experts?
naked eye.
Kimo,
You
you can also not see the difference between a tenth of a millimeter with
Is
your
that
naked
what
eye.
the experts
But we
say?
can measure it. Yeah.
Show me where the experts say that.
Yeah, I'll get you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
What do you need with experts? You don't trust anybody but yourself.
Let's
Why
listen
you
to what these
invoking
experts say.
experts?
Let's hear
The
them
experts
say
say
what
the
you
Earth is
say.
round. Hey, Kimo. The experts say the Earth is
So
round. How can we disagree with
that's
them?
the definition of Dunning-Kruger. When you globe Earth,
Why do
think you know
Kimo,
more
Kimo, why
than
the experts say the Earth is round? The experts say there is no firmament. The experts say the moon and the sun are real objects. Why
Where?
do you disagree
Who?
with
What? Show me an expert that says that.
them? Everybody, anybody, pick it.
Provide one expert.
One expert? Oh my God, are you really this moronic? Okay,
Well, you
one
can't
expert
provide any.
that
I can
says,
provide
"Oh, a
you a
second, hold on.
video."
Which one? Which quote do you want? Let me Google it for you. Which?
I don't know.
Let
You
me
provide
find out
your
the quote.
expert.
Which expert? What do you want the expert to say?
Whatever you say, they say.
Say my
Show me
name.
your expert.
No, you tell me what. You tell me which one. Which one you want verified for you?
Hey, Tesla said that the Earth was spherical.
Which quote? Which one am I to verify for you?
But Tesla
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah,
He married
Nikola
that kid,
Tesla.
man.
Get Nikola
He was
Come on,
Tesla.
Kimo,
crazy,
which
though.
one am I verifying for you, please? I'm doing some flat Earth research now.
So you don't have any experts
Okay.
to
All up in your
provide
mouth.
us, no?
Verify what?
How's my dictate?
Okay, so here are my astrophysicists. Here are my experts that agree.
What do you want the expert to say? What do you
My
want the expert to
experts
say?
all agree that Mr. Sensible is wrong. He's not an expert.
Your experts are.
But the astrophysicists are experts.
Yeah, but
and
the
they all
experts also
say
say the Earth is round. So how come these are the same guys? I bet if you ask any of these guys what the shape of the Earth was, they would all say it's round.
Show me then. Prove it.
Or spherical.
Prove it.
Oh, prove it. Oh, let me. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. You got nothing. You have nothing. You will always have
Wait,
nothing.
hang on.
Or spherical.
Hang on. Yeah,
So
why is
Kimo-
Kimo deflecting from asking the questions?
Just being Kimo.
Because Kimo is a Poe.
Well, I asked you for
Well,
your
stop doing it,
experts.
Tom.
I provided the experts. The experts agree with
So
what I
no,
say.
it's
You
recorded.
cannot see curvature from that height. Why do you disagree with the experts?
Okay.
Because your experts also say the Earth is a globe.
Show me where they
Oh,
say
and
that.
the Earth is
Where do they
spherical.
say that? Prove it.
Kimo,
No, okay, hold on a
No,
second.
you can't prove it. Again, no experts agree with you, but experts agree
Oh,
with
shut
me.
up, Kimo. We've known for 2,000 years that the Earth is a
Show
globe.
me the experts that agree with that statement.
Fire one and paint it.
Not one.
Yep.
Tesla said
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah, 1 second. Hold
How
on.
long? How long?
1 second, 10 seconds, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's
Tomorrow,
all right, but, you know,
next
I
month,
never know what sort of
next
bullshit
year.
you guys are going to try.
Oh, let's derail and talk about
Here
food.
we go. Here we go. Kimo.
So, I have the
We're on
experts
the
coming out of my ears left, right, and centre, and you guys are scrambling to find a decent expert that agrees with you.
Scrambling.
To say that the Earth is
Scrambling,
a
yes.
sphere, are you high? Are you fucking high?
Well, I'm
Scrambling,
ecstatic
because you
right
asked
now
him
that the
for
flat Earth
something and he's
arguments are
being
on
kind
point.
enough to get it
We have
for
experts
you.
who
You
agree with
wanna
us.
insult
Wouldn't
him.
you be happy if all of science was
You are
wrong and you
some
were
sort of
right?
person.
How would you feel?
Hey, Kimo, Tesla said that
So,
the Earth
Kimo-
was spherical.
You learn that.
You
from
are a
her.
complete and total post, sir.
Well,
I'm
again,
changing
provide
my-
your
I'm changing my
experts.
opinion. I've changed my opinion that
Yeah.
you are an idiot. You are not. You are
Says
just
the
you're just a Poe.
non-expert. Great, I'll take your word for it. Yes.
He's a fucking snake
Alright,
oil.
Just your regular, your regular
Here you go, right
everyday
there.
person opinion, yes, versus the
there.
experts.
So, Kimo, you're saying we can't cite scientific consensus if we can't name the exact researcher whose names is on
Just
the
find
paper?
me an expert that agrees with your position. Not
I
one.
used to think he was
None.
Silver Tom.
Oh,
I
there's
just
Neil
think
Wise, and that's
he's
pretty
a
good.
Rusty Tom.
Hang on, I've got one. Lawrence Krauss.
Oh yeah, show us. Let's hear it.
Which lecture would you like?
Which? It's your claim. Provide any expert that agrees with your
I'm asking
claim.
you, which lecture would you like? The
This
one that
is
debunks
stupid.
you?
I would like you to
This
prove
is
your
a new
claim.
role for you even. Here we go, right there.
Here
Google
we
it.
go.
You can do it yourself.
Here we go. What is this? What's your claim? What do they say?
Are you teaching him how to use Google?
Exactly. I've got no idea who your expert is. Oh, your expert is Google. Good one.
Well, you're not,
No,
obviously.
Google is their expert.
Actually, look at it.
No
You're an
scientist, no astrophysicist, just
Whose
Google.
grandma just started laughing?
A website.
Kimo's been pretending since he was incepted.
So look,
Kimo, can you
guys, we need that science from anyone who really believes we're on a globe. Not just half believes it or just, could be someone
What are
who
you
truly
talking
knows that the
about?
Earth is spinning, flying through space.
Oh, you are the biggest pro on
wakes
earth.
up and does
Kimo.
acid in the morning. He's just tripping. In the
Yeah, no,
Talking
it's vodka. He's been drinking.
Himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here come the ad homs. No science.
What do you mean ad hoc?
No
That's
demonstrations.
actually-
No
Isn't that
experiments.
supposed to be a compliment on Flat Earth?
Again, zero
Yeah,
from
it's
you
vodka.
guys.
I mean, come
Okay,
on,
no
comes from
Oh, right here.
all
You
the way
want-
in the North Pole.
You want to see proof that we're on a? Here we go.
What do you got? What you got there?
Here we go. One thing.
Are we still? I did say 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Still waiting. 4
Here we
minutes,
go.
5
Here we
minutes.
go.
Here we
Boom.
go. 6 minutes,
There you
7
go, right there.
minutes. Here
Oh,
we
that's
go.
amazing.
Still no experts page show, apart from you,
We're
a
waiting
regular
forever to
man, a
find
regular
somebody
guy
10 seconds.
who lives his
time's up.
everyday regular life
Eratosthenes,
versus the expert.
Eratosthenes was a pretty good guy. He knew the Earth was round.
Oh,
Aristotle, he knew
Eratosthenes.
it's pretty good. He knew the Earth was round.
Well, what's his email?
I bet any scientist.
What's his
I bet any
email?
scientist in the world would know that the Earth is round. Call one at
What
random
is
and ask
his
them.
email, Eratosthenes? What's his email?
Darkest.
How about
Harry
Victor
Darkest.
Glover, who shares his video of Earth from space?
Yeah, call any of the astronauts. They know the Earth is round.
Space is a
Call anybody
violation
at
of the
random.
second law of
Call anybody at random
thermodynamics,
in the
people for
phone book.
life.
Pick
We
a
could do
number.
Carl
Pick a
Sagan.
phone number at random and call it. And I bet they would say the Earth is round.
We could do Carl Sagan as well.
Eratosthenes at gmail.com. There you go. Let's email Eratosthenes. Now look,
There you
Bio,
go.
Do you want-
we're waiting
you want
for
Carl
you to
Sagan?
provide a scientific experiment that gravity is a force. So can you not?
Wait a minute. We're not talking about gravity today. We're talking about the Earth shape. Are we talking about gravity now?
Again,
Okay, fine.
I
In the
request
meantime, that's called Cavendish, and it's being done by Blue Marble Science, by the way. That's called Cavendish.
Kimo, I asked
You could do that
before,
one yourself too.
If you're gonna deflect, make sure my dick is away from your throat.
You've got to have
Okay,
one first,
please.
Bio. Now look, we need a scientific experiment. Yes.
Cavendish,
show
being
that
done by
mass
Blue Marble Science as we
attracts mass,
speak.
and it's an absolute force. They're just
Cavendish,
theories. Look,
Cavendish experiment. You could do it yourself.
this is his opinion. There's nothing
That's
scientific
not an
here.
opinion. It's a scientific experiment you could do yourself.
No, I'm talking to Davros.
The
here.
undergraduates do it every day. Not every day. Undergraduates do it at least once a semester in physics lab.
So look,
Somewhere in the world, it's being done every day.
Probably, but at least at the beginning of the semester, probably more likely.
no,
than-
we don't need to talk about Cavendish. We've got
Yes, we do.
BioJoule.
You asked for proof that gravity was a force, and I told you Cavendish.
That is on
Thank you
hold
very much.
until BioJoule conducts his.
Incorrect.
Not on
Well,
Not on hold.
No,
The world
it's
is
been
waiting
proven
for
for
BioJoule
200
to
years.
conduct.
You're a complete total moron.
Well, again, it's
Chill.
up to you. You can believe, but until I see BioJoule
It's not belief.
observe
It's not
phenomenon
belief. Do
of
it
mass
yourself.
attracting mass,
Do it yourself.
then
You
it's just a
can, you
fantasy.
can buy the.
right?
You can actually buy the experiment. You could buy the equipment to do the experiment online. You could do it yourself for a couple of $1,000s.
We don't need to. We're going to have
It
it.
wouldn't
We're
even
going to
take
have
that
it
much.
expertly done by BioJoule with the conditions met.
Forget about BioJoule. Mr. Blue Marble Science is doing it right now.
No, because Kimo's making the distinction that he thinks that it's never been done in a vacuum,
never been done in a vacuum, yes.
despite providing scientific experiments and the documentation, the measurements, all the calculations by separate groups of people from across the world at different times that preceded this flat Earth argument. Despite all of that, he has to see pretty pictures in a video of it occurring in a vacuum.
Yeah, you don't have to say pretty pictures. We just want to see the
No, you require pretty
observation.
pictures.
Yeah, you don't have to like mock it like pretty pictures.
No. I'm gonna mock it because you're retarded.
Well,
You
you've
need
never
pretty
seen
pictures.
it. I've never seen it. We'll see who's retarded at the end of your experiment.
You
right,
are retarded,
Bio?
Kimo.
You are
That's been
retarded.
proven.
You want to put money on it, Bio? We'll see who's retarded.
You are retarded.
£5,000.
We see
You don't have
the influence of
5,000
gravity. Yeah, but
Give
we
us
see the
more
influence of
time.
gravity everywhere we fucking look.
The ugly tiny horse just posted an interesting thing. They improved it 90 milligrams. Amazing.
Anyway, a funky rhythm had a question. Would you like to ask that question?
Oh, nice
no.
deflection again. But yeah, okay, yeah. Define Dunning-Kruger, Kimo.
About the moon, and they've been doing it since the
Oh my
40s.
god, which one of you is funky?
That is me.
Or I couldn't hear you over the other three people talking.
It's okay. I was just going to ask Kimo because
these guys in London, and they first started doing it in the 1940s, shooting radio waves off of the moon, using the moon as get the hit off.
Deflector, yeah.
They go off 2 degrees, it goes away. They put it back 2 degrees, it comes back. It's all
Yeah, Doppler.
Has he finished?
They did an experiment with one of their ships that was up in Finland, and they were able to see the size, the direction it was going, the size of it, and how many people were on the deck. It's a tells.
Okay.
I hear that.
Well, that's a good point, ugly tiny horse. Hey, Kimo, did you see this? This experiment was done in guess what? In a vacuum.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the observed phenomenon
Right here.
in nature.
You mean the one that's already been done?
Well, that's what they say, but until we see from BioDuel, for the very first time in history,
Oh my god.
someone conducts mass attracting mass, it's nothing more than poetry.
Kimo. Hey, Kimo.
Funniest thing about it all.
Hang on, Tom. Hang on.
Wouldn't you love to just
Hang
prove
on. I want to
me
know
wrong or
if
prove
Kimo
the flat
knows
Earth
the
is wrong?
distance,
Hmm?
the distance
We just
change
love
of the
that.
moon.
So look, we can't really discuss this force until we have that experiment. So Bio, kind of.
No, I'm showing gravity.
The guys
I
are
can show him
banking on
gravity.
you. Yes, waiting.
You'd
Oh,
require
so he
pretty
has
pretty
stopped
pictures
returning
because
down.
you're retarded.
No, not a picture. We want a video. We want an
What is a
observation.
someone turned down?
Yeah, you want pretty pictures because you're retarded.
No, we want a video. We want to see the observed phenomena
Yes,
in nature.
that's what a video is. Pretty pictures set in a line. Many pretty pictures.
Well, it benefits you,
Hey, Kimo.
right? This helps you out. This isn't for us. This
Sounds
is
like
for you
he's got
guys.
you
This is to
roasted,
show you
though.
that there is no such thing as mass attractive mass. And if,
I know Kimo's ignoring me, but can someone ask him for a photo of the flat Earth from, I don't know, 200,000 feet?
That's a good question.
yeah, g'day, mate. We'll get one
Kimo.
there for you. Let me think about it. Never.
Can we get a photo of the flat Earth from 200,000 feet, please?
So look,
Just
let's
send a
get
balloon with a
let's get back to
suction on the
serious
top of it. Let it
discussion.
suction the dome.
The other side of the Earth.
The serious discussion. The serious side of this is that
An
without that force
honorable
Bio,
member of the conversation is asking.
Where's the picture?
I just
And you wanna
told you
see
when.
people on the
There are
bottom,
certain things in this life that you will
climate.
never ever have, Davros.
Oh, so you can't do it then?
A beautiful
Therefore,
woman
the Earth
is
isn't
one.
Flat.
And you know what? Nobody
You can't do it.
Nobody can.
A flat
I
Earth
asked
model
something
is
specific.
two.
Kimo, I asked for something specific, and you
I'm
said
just
you
saying there are
can't do
certain
it.
things in
Therefore,
life you will
no
never
flat
have.
Earth, mate.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm using your example here. If you can't do it, that means
Same
the Earth
logic,
isn't
dude.
Yes,
flat.
BB for life. This is what we're talking about. Now imagine
See the same
we
logic
could
there,
see
Kimo, that he's
the
using?
observed phenomenon
Or
of it
Davros there?
actually moving. But don't worry,
Why did the
BioDuel has put himself
175
forward.
mile an hour?
I don't know why. He's just going to embarrass himself. But he's put himself forward to show mass attracting mass in a vacuum live. Again, he's crazy. He's going to embarrass himself. Not something that I would do because we already know it's not a force. He's already been told by his own scientific community it's not a force. But the big-headed, the egotistical will do whatever they can to show flat earthers that we're incorrect.
Hey, Kimo, how long does it take to build something that you could use as a vacuum?
Well, Bio's the man
also
right now.
expensive,
We're
too.
waiting on Bio. He's going to be a star in this.
No, I'm
No,
not
no,
going
no.
to be a star, Kimo. I've been through this
question.
so many fucking times, Kimo. I'm not going to be a star.
I
This
know
is
you don't like
nothing
the
new. I'm not
fame.
discovering. I'm not discovering anything. What I'm doing is confirming that you're retarded and confirming everything that we've already known. That's
all
what I'm
eyes will be on your experiment.
Damn. It's gonna sting.
It's gonna sting.
It's
It's gonna
almost
hurt
like
me.
it's almost like I'm showing people that grass is green. I'm not discovering anything.
Sure
I'm
you are,
proving
Bio.
dumbasses
Sure you
wrong.
are.
That's all.
Well, again, we wait,
it's
we
wet.
anticipate. You know, like I say, disappointment
You
is
anticipate
coming.
your ass being handed to you. I got you.
Well,
Hang
if
on, he
that's
doesn't
what
anticipate anything. He wants it fucking now. He's like a child who
just
wants
needs to
that
experience
toy.
it.
well, I know
Yeah,
he's not
that
going to
toy.
do it.
Right.
Kimo,
Buy that for me.
Kimo, you going to do the Eratosthenes experiment in 7 days, or are you too chicken to actually do it?
Eratosthenes.
Yeah, the Eratosthenes measurement experiment. Call it what you want.
I mean,
the stick in the
how do
ground,
we know
measure
he's
the
not
shadow,
just a
look,
made-up
solar
guy?
noon on the equinox.
What evidence is there of a man called Eratosthenes? Where's the evidence for
I
this?
don't care. Okay, listen to me. Here's the experiment you do. There is proof that he was there, but that's another issue. The issue today is you can do his experiment and prove that the Earth is round.
We're just making up things.
It's
Give
pretty
me
simple to do.
evidence of Eratosthenes.
I don't care about Eratosthenes. Do his experiment.
What experiment? Who is he?
Ask him. Ask
The
him
one
if
you
he
put
can do.
you put the stick in the ground, you measure the shadow, then you determine the diameter of the Earth.
That's assuming
Take
the
you're as
You know,
ignorant
Kimo
as
knows
Kimo at
all
the
of this. He's
moment.
been
I was
talking
going to
about
give you
all
one
of
that would
this
fuck him over, and you
100
won't
times.
listen.
That's
Bob the
assuming the
science
height
guy
of...
and Bob Science have done the Eratosthenes fucking experiment.
Why are you trying to do me over? What have I done to you apart from just destroy your
because I
globe
wanted
and
to
show you
work
that
on
you've
you
wasted
being
your entire
completely
life?
But Kimo, I want to do stuff to you, and you won't let me.
I don't know why you want to do stuff to me.
about
It's not
that,
about me. It's
go
all about the information
Valley,
that we
babe.
put out there. And
Oh,
with this
here's Montreal, the photo expert who doesn't understand photographs.
Hey,
Well,
SC, get in here. Explain to these guys that
he
this
left.
whole thing is just, it's just
Oh,
amazing.
here we go. Another EME post here, Kimo. Right there. Post by, what? Who posted that? Tom?
Yeah.
Just a minute ago? Another EME post. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's all very interesting, but what's more interesting is
Not very
just the-
interesting. It proves you're wrong.
Well, does it? A picture?
Yes.
Really, for you.
It 100% proves that you are complete and totally
You're
wrong.
saying a picture and words convince you of something. Come on.
Picture and words
Picture and
of an
words. That's for
experiment that
children.
shows how far away the moon is. Yes.
Because imagine if a child saw something like an
Who's
observed
talking about being
phenomenon.
a child? All I hear from you is nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. That's all I
They
fucking
wouldn't be
hear
able
from
to predict the cause of the effects. Not like us adults, right? We're able
Square
to
root
predict.
of fuck all.
So now,
That's good, Nero.
so hang on,
I'm
Kimo.
going
So,
to save that.
so now you're saying you won't accept any evidence that uses words?
No,
So
I'm
why are you
saying
using
that, yeah, I mean, that's the beginning, that's the
That's gonna be
start. Someone
difficult,
makes a
Kimo, to be
claim,
fair.
you listen to those words, you're like, interesting words. Can you back up those words?
Yeah, it's called do it yourself.
And
Go to your
usually
local
the
radio
person's
club.
like-
Go to your local radio club. Ask them about EME. Get someone who's got the equipment. Just point it at the moon and listen for the echo. It's that easy.
Usually the person is not able to back up their claim, a funky rhythm.
It's called that easy, Kimo.
As
That
you can
fucking
see
easy.
right
Do it yourself.
now.
You mean like the firmament or the ice wall? Yeah.
Now, as far as the gravity, you would actually have to do a little work. I know that's against your.
We gotta be able to turn
policy.
off gravity. So
We could jump off
Yeah.
something. That'd do it, but yeah.
Well, again, we can't
practical
invoke
demonstration.
gravity
Just like
until
they can't get to the wall, they
until we have the observation. Now, you guys have tried to post pictures. We've been through that. BioDual knows the stipulations that we must have.
Kimo.
Yes.
Do it yourself. Do your own research. Until then, shut the fuck up.
No, again, we will not. I've got to stress this. We will not do anything that we do not claim.
No, you won't do anything. Exactly. Stop right there. We will not do anything. Thank you.
But what we will do is test your claims.
No, you can't test our claims if you don't verify them. You complete and total idiot. You don't understand how science works.
Well,
Exactly
if
how
you,
everything works. I'm not jumping through
we
your
will
fucking
test
list, you
your
idiot.
claims once you provide a demonstration.
We've provided the demonstrations, moron.
So
Do it
because you
yourself.
provided a photograph like this picture here of a ball, we were
Yeah,
like,
the one from Apollo 17 taken on a
Yeah.
on a real camera from
Yeah,
real film.
absolutely.
Yeah, before they had CGI.
yeah. So we
wrong.
were like, okay,
That's the original Blue
Does somebody have
Marble
a hot
taken on a
mic?
real camera with real film by real people.
I think somebody has a hot mic.
me.
Yeah. So yeah, we test what you provide for us. We test it. So
No, Kimo. The way you do it is you either verify or you disprove what we tell you. You don't.
Yeah,
So,
but we can't just verify your word. You've got to give us something.
do it yourself, you moron. Go get a real fucking radio. Aim it at the moon. Listen for the echo. It's that fucking easy.
Well, like I said, this is your claim, so you're going to have to verify.
No, it is my claim. Not my claim. It's proven. Everybody, ham radio operators prove this on a daily basis. You complete and total fuck nut.
I think somebody's got a hot mic.
There have to be 4 separate organizations that all independent of each
Is somebody hot micing?
SE Montreal. Yeah, that is probably the stupidest.
Spade Nasa Shill, why are you saying
Other guys
ham
don't-
radio operators do this all the time? Because you have claimed
do.
that you are a ham operator license holder.
That's correct.
So why are you referring
correct.
to them as they? Like, I don't understand. Wouldn't you say I do this all the time?
I actually don't do this all the time, but that's another issue.
Are you a
I
ham
know
operator
someone who's
license
done it.
holder?
I know
am.
someone who's done
I
it.
could do this.
Imagine being
I could
the
do this if I
person.
chose to.
Imagine being the person that used to refuel the SR-71.
Yeah, so what?
in
It's
flight,
a
and
different hobby.
now I'm retired from that, and I'm on
What?
Discord.
So we're
saying
not
the
supposed to
things
have
you
different
say.
hobbies now? So we can't have
Hang
different
on.
hobbies now?
Yeah, hang on. I went from being
You
a
realize
fucking...
that they have
being
HF
a
radios
warehouse
inside them.
worker.
Everything tells everything that you need to do and how we do it.
And
This is
hey,
Rakia.
calm down. All right, I know you and stuff, but I went from being a welder to being a fucking a driver of fucking prostitutes to being a fucking warehouse worker. So which one's my profession?
Davros was
Anyone?
talking about ham radio.
Shut up, you're a fucking piece of shit.
I know, but look, we're talking about ham radio.
You're what happens when you come in here and try and make
doing the,
you,
stop
you
doing
come
the
in
high
here
school
with
and
some sort of no, you come in here with some sort of gotcha, and it just gets thrown back in your face.
Who? Me or Rakia?
No, Rakia.
No.
Rakia gets a chubby for me. I apologize.
Well, he's hard for you, yeah.
No, I mean, it's very rarely that flat earthers feel like, goodness me, those ball earthers really showed us, you know, I mean, it
Well,
never
because we show it to you all the time because you're too stupid to realize that he handed your ass to you on the stupid moon bounce thing.
Yep, that guy right there that just said that is an Air Force pilot.
Yeah,
For sure.
you've never heard Air Force pilots talk, have you? Yeah.
Has 2 master's degrees.
Yeah,
and
get
several
chubby.
other degrees.
You hard for me there,
And
Rakia?
is so spastic he can't hold a conversation.
What are you jealous?
Look who's talking.
Rikia, watch this.
No, I just
Rikia,
know he's lying.
Rikia, watch this. I was an avionics technician 4.5 years
Well,
on the
now you can't
F-15.
be past
Yes,
that either.
he does sound like an Air Force pilot. Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So sit the fuck down, concrete boy.
Right.
He does it. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
bet.
you don't even know how planes work.
Hey, Rakia, have you got the key?
That's correct. I mean, Lucas talking Bon Jovi. You don't know how planes work either. Definitely Rocky.
Yeah, I know about lift. I know about
Well,
angle of attack.
yeah, but he doesn't know how tight the rubber band needs to be for you to get that lift.
Tell us how fast you were flying that. What was it again? What plane were you flying again? That multi.
If you don't remember, I'm not going to tell you again.
That when you were refueling the SR-71, how fast were y'all flying?
25 miles an hour.
25.
You did say you refueled a. You did say you refueled a SR-71 before, right?
He was refueling it with a Model T Ford.
You flew.
When you as the pilot.
No, I didn't fly the
you as the
Blackbird.
Air
I
Force-
flew the tankers. Fueled
You as the Air Force pilot with the refueling tanker, how fast were you flying when you refueled that SR-71?
like 260 miles an hour.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I'm amazed. You're here right now calling people stupid, and you've refueled an SR-71
Yeah,
in
well,
midair.
Why is it stupid?
Rakia, you've been
He doesn't understand.
called.
He doesn't
Hang
understand
on.
that this is like a hobby of mine to come to here and tell him he's stupid. You know, he doesn't.
An ex-Air Force pilot who's refueled a SR-71 in midair has a hobby
Yeah,
of coming
so
here and
what?
calling me
I filled up
Kimo
3
and
cars at a
FD.
petrol station in one day.
Hold on.
It's just a hobby. It's a good
Y'all
laugh.
can't see through
You
the
know?
lie. I can't help you.
So some
Here's
people.
a picture from my camera. You ready? Me on TDY in Iceland, refueling my own jets in the back of a refueler.
Cool.
And yes, Rakia, you're fucking retarded.
You own jets?
No, I was
No,
an avionics
he's-
technician. We had the
He's
chance
the
to get up
avionics
in the air to
technician for
refuel.
that.
I wasn't the one operating the boom, but they have
I was gonna say-
3 seats in the back. They have one in the middle that's the actual boom operator, and then there's 2 spectator seats on either side, and that's me on the right side, looking down on my jets while it's being refueled. Pretty cool experience.
Why do you have a GoPro on it?
It's not a GoPro; it's from my camera.
You're not the one
we
in
get some
question,
aloe vera
sir.
for that burn,
You're not the
please?
one in question.
None
No,
of
I
which
want to
proves.
name
And
the
all of his lies
None
are
of
in
which
question.
proves
No,
a globe. None
hang
of
on,
which
hang on.
shows the
If
line.
Ricky is the expert, I want him to
Yeah,
name
well,
the fucking
it
plane.
doesn't. If you want to socialise, Davros, there are
Kimo,
social
shut up,
rooms
you're
you
out
can
of the conversation,
socialise
buddy.
in. But what we're
No,
looking
see,
for,
Rocky's got a hard on for me, and I don't fully
They
understand.
are very jealous of you, obviously.
yeah, none of
Yeah.
which proves a globe. So I know you guys get distracted very easily. I know it's painful to hear that you've
Let's
been
just talk
lied
about
to your
being
entire
distracted real
lives,
easily.
and you just want to switch
I
to
just handed
something
you
else.
about
It proves
you're
it
sitting here and
All right, I know you're just stressed and it's too much to bear, but the flat earthers, for some reason, are in pole position when it comes to science. We have the independent variables, we have the dependence, we
the only
have
word right
the
there is
observed
pole.
phenomenons. But until
I believe it to dance.
until we have more people like Bio prepared to do science, we have to accept and get our head around the fact that we've been lied to. Unless, like I say, we can we can find a measurement of some kind. What else?
Yeah, like I don't know what. Maybe how long it takes radio signals to go to the moon and back. That would be a good
Yeah,
measurement.
we've been through that. That's not available. NA. Yes.
Yes,
But
it
what
is.
would be
Ooh,
good?
you can do it
Hang
yourself.
on. NASA, tell him to go to the City Planning Commission.
Astronomer, what's his name? He was on last night on the show last night that he said about
Is the moon up?
get on you can get on any satellite, any satellite observatory anywhere in the world. You get 2 or 3 of them going at one time, hit the same spot. Guess what? It's going to prove you're on the globe.
Mm-hmm. Satellites, you're saying, prove the globe.
No.
Yeah, actually, well, that's another issue, but we won't talk about satellites today. So except maybe the moon, which is a satellite of the Earth, natural satellite.
No, man-made satellites. Have you ever seen a man-made satellite in orbit?
Yes. Yes, it's called the International Space
Again,
Station.
another wild. No, not a space station. A
The International
satellite.
Space Station is a sat. What do you think of the International
But we're
Space
not
Station?
talking about
the biggest
that.
satellite up there.
We're not talking
it's
about
a satellite, you idiot.
Yeah, but we're not talking
That
about
is
a
true.
space
A
station.
natural satellite would be the moon. Yeah.
Yeah, a moon is a satellite, and that's a.
We're talking about man-made satellites.
Okay, I
the International Space Station.
Where's the
Yeah, we're not talking about space stations. We're not talking about people inside. We're talking
Yeah,
about
Space Station
normal,
is a
regular,
satellite.
everyday satellites.
The International Space Station is an everyday normal satellite.
Yeah, show a normal, regular, everyday satellite.
No, it's not.
Oh my
You want
god.
like
Oh,
the geostationary ones?
They're going to rewrite every word in the dictionary. Can't go by
Why
words.
don't you go to a satellite tracker and look and see which one's invisible? I don't know, where are you based right now? In England?
No,
Is it here yet?
down. He's dumbing down on doubling down. Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So again, you want me to prove
you
your
your ass
claim?
on this one too.
You want me to prove
Yeah, well,
your
you can-
claim?
No, I want you to. It's called idiot. This is called prove it to yourself. Do your own research for a change. See, my words are obviously not affecting you. Do your own damn research. Go out and actually look at the fucking sky and see satellites.
But why would anyone in their right mind waste time if there has been no
Because they're
observations of
fucking
such
there,
a thing?
you moron.
Here, Kimo, real quick. You haven't seen Wolfie's video where he's tracking geostationary satellites?
No, give us a look at these satellites. Let's have a look. Let's see them.
He's comparing the satellites on the trackers, and then he's looking up in the sky with his particular location on Earth, and he's finding these things. Have you not seen that?
Let's get Witz's
Nigel,
cousin
do you,
unmuted. What did he do?
Do you think
Was he
that the
hot
problem
micing?
with the ISS biojewel is the fact that we can actually see it?
I think,
Oh,
I
you
think
hot.
it's the
Hold
problem-
on.
I think the problem with Kimo is
Base
that
one. Are you hot micing?
Kimo, how come flat earthers? How come
Oh, he's hot
how come
micing.
flat earthers don't ever do stuff like this, Kimo?
it takes energy and knowledge.
What?
Foolish, I think the issue here is that Kimo knows that there's clear images of the ISS where we can discern the shape and particular parts of it. So he wants to deny that because he like GPS satellites and shit.
Ain't
are more
nobody
difficult to
denying the
discern
ISS.
details. But
I'm not denying the
we can still
ISS.
track
We
and
know
see
it's
those.
up there. Something's up there, flying around the flat plane, surveilling the Earth.
No, incorrect.
No big deal.
Incorrect. It's not flat.
We're talking about a real satellite.
We're
talking about
moving a straight line across the globe Earth. You can see the ISS, it's satellite. Other satellites are a little slightly more difficult to see. You have to get a satellite tracking program and then go outside and look for them. They can predict when they'll be visible to you. You can go outside and look at them.
Yes, but it's not my claim.
It's your claim that they don't exist. My claim is that you can find them if you look for them.
What is your
If you
default?
close your eyes and do not look for
problems
them,
or
if you close your eyes,
malfunction?
if you keep your eyes closed and your head up your ass, you will not see them. I agree.
But if I'm not making the claim, why would I
You are making
provide?
the claim that they're fake. I'm telling you that they're real. Go outside and
He's
look.
asking if they're real or not.
He's claiming that they're fake.
Yeah, I'm claiming that satellites are a myth.
They are not.
They are
Go outside.
just a
Go
made-up
outside and look.
construct to support
Listen
the
here.
heliocentric
No, listen to me,
nonsense.
moron. Hello, moron. Hello, moron.
Go on.
The ISS is there. Go to a tracking
We know the
program.
ISS is there.
Yeah, the ISS is a satellite. Thank you.
Look, we know
No,
the
talking to
ISS.
Glover.
We know the ISS is there because when they reach the south of every country, they cut the cameras to hide the ice wall.
Incorrect. 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 You idiot.
So go and go and check it for yourself. That when they reach South Africa, South America, depending on the weather,
Oh, you moron.
they cut the cameras to stop you seeing the ice wall. So we know the ISS is up there.
What are you smoking, Kimo? This is a new claim. You must have.
What's a
you
new
like
claim? I've
making
made
really
this
good
video
drugs.
years ago. This is an old video. It's called "How NASA Hide the Ice Wall."
What are you on? What are you on, Kimo?
They don't
Kimo,
care.
I provided the video. You can go to the 5-minute timestamp, and you'll see. I believe at that moment the telescope is set to a particular stars, and you can see satellites going by. And then I believe at some point he also has a telescope not move at all, so it's the same. I guess you could say tangential angle to the sky. So then he finds the geostationary satellites, and he's essentially tracking those. So they appear to be frozen within frame, and the stars behind it are moving by, depending on how you have the satellite. But 5 minutes would be a good one. You can see the satellites going by.
That's a pretty cool video you did.
And then that also confirms the satellite trackers, because the trackers are saying these particular satellites at this particular angle from this particular location on Earth, this is what you expect to see. And then Wolfie confirms this by looking at where it should be.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shooting stars.
Kimo,
Very
you
interesting.
can't do that, Kimo, because that would actually take, work and effort and a little bit of logic, all of which you seem to lack.
No. What we want is someone to zoom in on a satellite.
Go for it.
And show us from the Earth.
If you want it so bad, then do it, Kimo.
Well, I'm going to do something that doesn't exist.
Of, Astronomy Live.
All right, we're going to have to scrap that argument then, because again, we're just going around in circles.
Because we're handing your ass to you
There is
again.
no
and you can move on to
evidence.
something else.
There's no evidence of satellites.
And I'm about to post
What do you
another
mean there's
video
evidence of
of
satellite?
the
Moron,
ISS.
go. Here, listen, here's your evidence of satellite. Go to a tracking.
I'm not going anywhere. You're going to have to
Listen
revise
me.
your claim.
Listen to me, moron. Listen to me, moron.
You won't. Go app.
But why
Listen
should
to
I
this.
go
Yeah.
when you
Joey,
can
listen
go?
to this. Oh, shut up, Kimo. Shut up. You say they're false. I'm telling you they're real. Here's how to prove it. Go to a satellite tracking app. Type in invisible passes over my location. Then go outside and look at the sky and see if they appear when they tell you they will appear.
Yeah, that's not going to
That's
show
how
me
you
a
prove it.
satellite. We need to see.
Yes, it is. You idiot. How do you need to be proved? What
Right,
proof
so
do
how you
need?
prove it is that you would show that they exist by showing, look, hey, here's
Yeah, I
me
have,
pointing out a satellite. Look at this satellite
right, that's
going
what
over
you
the
keep doing. Listen,
horizon,
go to the satellite
over the
tracking program, that's
curvature,
correct.
around the ball. Now watch it come back around the other horizon as it comes back up. I'm going to record all these things. Verify your claim. Not just a little 10-second video of like,
idiot.
Look at that over there. That looks
Go
like
outside.
something which it could be,
Go
but you don't know.
outside. Use your own fucking eyes. See the satellite for yourself. You complete and total butt fuck.
No, that's not my claim. I'm not about to go and verify your. Go ahead, SC.
Oh, who's this? It sounds like SE Montreal, the other moron.
You've got to let him speak though, NASA
Stupid so much and calling names.
I'm sorry, but I'm getting angry at Kimo because he's complete and total.
Hold on, Kimo.
Let me test this piece of shit.
Don't call names
Okay,
either.
give me a second.
Essie, no name calling.
Verbal. He's not moderating the room. Everything is fine.
I swipe.
Hey, real
you
quick.
hear me? What
Kimo,
frequency did you use?
Kimo and SE. I posted 2 videos.
Not you, B.
No, well, I'm talking to you. You can click on that video and watch it.
You talking to me? You talking
You
to SC?
fucking piece
Kimo
of shit.
and SE.
I'm sick and tired of hearing this piece of shit.
Of course you're sick and tired of hearing. You're sick and tired of hearing people all tell you you're full of shit.
You piece of shit.
We need unity in the Discord
What
community.
frequency did you use, you piece of shit? Paid NASA shit pile.
You
What
should
frequency
mute
did you
SE for
use?
cursing unnecessarily.
SE, come
Well,
on.
no, hold on. I was being called names, so you didn't say anything then. Curve, stop interrupting. Let them carry on. Everything is fine. You're just
Is
derailing.
Montreal talking to me? I've muted him because he's a complete and total.
Oh,
asswipe.
whoa. Now it's getting into disarray here. What do you mean? Right. NASA Shield. NASA Shield, you got a few seconds, my friend, to unmute him.
Be respectful. Ex-Air Force pilot with 2.
Hold on, please, Rakia. Hold on, we've got a situation. Got a situation.
One question.
SE, we got a situation. Shield guy, have you turned down SE?
Yes.
Can you turn him back up?
Okay.
Thank you. Just a little bit so you can hear him.
So what happened to your bravado there, Shill? What happened?
I mean, happened to my bravado. What's wrong with you?
Any arguments for more substance?
Like you're arrogant.
You arrogant piece of shit.
Nobody's talking about being arrogant. The guys who think the Earth is flat, despite all the fucking proof.
One question shut you down, eh?
What question have you asked me?
What frequency? Yeah, now you had time to Google it. What frequency did you use?
I told
in
you.
your home setup.
Right. You can Google that one yourself. I don't need to tell you that.
You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to teach you shit.
Did everybody hear that? I arrest my case, you piece of shit.
When he doesn't know anything, when he's
What you think I have the whole thing memorized? On what fucking plan I use?
Rakia, your mic is low. Rakia, your mic is too low. Turn your mic
There
up,
are many
Rakia.
frequencies you can use for EME. Generally,
Really,
use them
really
in the
low.
2-meter band, or maybe the 70 centimeter.
Even if he told you the frequency, what would that matter to you?
It wouldn't matter to him. It's just him. It's just
I
him.
arrest
No,
my
it wouldn't
case.
matter.
Exactly.
My case is rested.
All right,
you
then.
piece
No,
of
your
shit.
case is
It
full of
wouldn't
shit.
matter anyway, because you just denied the
rested.
shit anyway.
It's rested. He's rested his case. It's done.
No, it's never done until the fat Curve
And he's
sings.
rested his case.
And I don't hear you singing, Curve. So how is that over?
What good is it? What good is it, Montreal? Montreal, if I tell you a specific frequency, what would that information do to you?
Jesus Christ.
I just exposed you for the piece of shit you were. I gave
No,
you
you didn't, sir.
taste of your medicine.
No, you didn't, sir. You
Sit
didn't
down
prove me
and
shit.
shut up.
You didn't prove me shit, sir. All you proved to me is that you don't know what you're talking about.
BD, what kind of pills do we have for this?
Curve, you gonna let these people talk or not?
We don't have pills to cure micropenis.
These people want to talk about the shape of the Earth.
Half
No,
an
they're
hour
not.
calling Kimo an idiot. I
No,
asked
they're
him
not.
one question on the same subject, and
Yeah.
he doesn't know the answer.
We got SE
You
screaming
fucking
what a piece of
hoe.
shit somebody
Paid
is.
NASA.
So what was
Final
NASA
call.
Shield just doing to me?
Final call. I have to tell you the
They're
exact
saying he's
frequency, huh?
rested his case. If he's rested his case, then let's move on. Why keep revisiting it? There's plenty to talk about, Kimo.
Basically, SE wants to know, Shield guy, is about the frequency.
Why do you care about the frequency?
I don't know, but he wants to know if you know what you're talking about. So
No,
it's
he
clear
wants-
that you don't know what
he
you're
wants-
talking
He
about.
wants to know is he wants me to give him the exact frequency that you use on the EME band. Okay, fine. Now you can Google that himself. I'm tired of jumping through his fucking hoops so
Show
I
us
can
your
tell him a
antenna.
number.
Show us your setup. Take a picture of your antenna. What kind of antenna did you use?
Mm-hmm.
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 You're lying to
Yeah,
us, Shield guy. Why?
I
Why
hope
would you lie?
everybody's
Why would you
listening
lie?
with wide open
Yeah,
ears.
well, you see,
Why would you lie, Shield? Are you sure you're an Air Force pilot, sir?
what's that got to do with EME bounce, guys?
Are you lying about that too?
I thought I told you I didn't have. What's the problem with you guys? Well, because I can't dance to EME.
What
Say-
about the ham radio license? You lying about that? What about those 2 masters?
This isn't exactly my thing. I'm not huge into EME.
What about several?
You have to have a license to be a ham radio operator.
Yes, you do have to have a license to be a ham radio
Yes, I
operator.
know. Do you have one? Because you claim you
need
did.
a license? I do.
Are you
I've
sure
been
you're not
on a
lying?
ham radio without a license. Oh my
Do you know what
god.
a lie is? Do you know what
Am
a
I
lie
going to
is?
jail?
Yeah, that's what you are.
I'm pretty sure you know what a lie
You
is.
want to turn around? Yeah, I know
you
how
know
to
what a
point
lie
out
is, Rocky,
liars.
because
Obvious
you've been
deceivers.
colorblind
Now
before.
y'all trying to
idiot.
turn. Don't
You're
try
trying
to
to-
take the pressure off of paid Master Shield. It's all
The
right.
what, you want me to tell you the EME
We
frequencies?
know what he is.
Yeah, bro, you don't know
Air
shit.
Force pilot, right?
No,
You're an Air Force
You
pilot.
have no
paid
idea what
Master
the
Shield?
fucking talking about.
You are a disgrace if you're not an Air
I'm a
Force
disgrace,
pilot.
sir? No,
better
you aren't
come-
an
I'm
idiot.
calling you out. You need to prove it.
You're calling me out on what, sir?
You're
What are you calling me out
valor,
on?
sir.
What are you calling
Are you stolen valor?
Yeah, right.
Are
exactly.
you stolen valor, sir?
Okay, wait. I gotta mute Rock. Yeah, if he's gonna insult
Are
me
you
first.
stolen valor?
Oh, I think you hit a nerve, Rakia.
What do you mean stolen?
Yes, he did hit a nerve.
He's
He hit a
lower than
nerve.
you.
Yes, you did hit a nerve. When many people have died for this country, and liars
Oh,
like
shut
you
up.
will steal
Shut
their
the fuck
valor.
up,
sir.
Rakia. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up,
Well, then
Rakia.
prove you're Air Force
Rakia,
pilot.
it's a good thing that you are far away right now.
Then
You-
prove you're a flat Earth. Then
How,
prove that
how,
you're not.
how you want me to prove? I don't have to
Air
prove
Force
shit
pilot.
to you, Rakia. I really don't
Yeah,
have to
right.
prove shit to you. So
Right.
shut
You
the
don't
fuck up
prove
right
you're a
now.
flat earther, then you're dishonest.
Look, if he was
Prove you're a
lying
flat
about
earther,
being in the
Rakia. Come on.
If he was lying about being
Jump
in
through
the US
hoops,
military,
Rakia.
he'd probably be something cooler, like a Navy SEAL or something.
Yeah, why I tell you that was an F-15 pilot or a Navy SEAL or something like the Stolen Valor guys
You
do?
know how
Nobody,
you did it,
nobody
though?
tells
You
you
know
a
how I knew you were lying
KC-135
about
pilot.
that? You
Yeah,
know how
tell
you-
me.
You know
Tell
how
me.
you lied about that? This is
Tell
how
me.
you told us. You said, now, if I was lying, why wouldn't I tell you I was an
Exactly.
F-16 pilot?
Yeah,
That's
why
what
not?
liars do. When they're caught in a lie, they try and protect
Oh,
themselves.
fuck you off. Fuck
Hey,
off.
Stolen valor.
Fuck
I'll
off.
tell you
I'm
right
muting
now.
you.
I'll tell you what I'll
I've
do.
been insulted enough by you,
I'll tell you what I
Rakia.
do.
Okay,
If-
I have
if-
muted
everybody
Rakia.
does when
I
somebody-
apologize,
if you
everybody. I've
prove-
muted Rakia. He is a
If
full of
you
shit.
prove you're
I'm
an
not
Air
gonna
Force
lose my
pilot,
temper.
if you prove you were an Air Force pilot, I'll never come here again.
He is an expert in the field of lying.
Oh, did you hear that?
I'll
Pig?
never come
No,
here again.
I've muted Rakia. I told you, and I'm getting ready to mute you.
Oh,
Well,
so
I'll
you
explain
didn't
you
mute
what
me.
he
You
said.
lied
I'll explain
again
you what he
because you
said.
heard
He
me
said,
say that.
If
You
you
are a
prove that
liar,
you're a
sir.
pilot,
You
you'll
just lied
never
again.
come back here.
Ah,
Did you hear that,
bullshit.
Pig?
How am I
Don't
supposed
believe Rakia.
How am I supposed to prove that to him? Ask him what he wants for me to prove it to him.
You don't even know. You're an Air Force pilot. You don't know how to prove you were an Air Force pilot? Please, sir.
He does not approve it to you, Rakia,
What,
because you're a liar.
Do you want him
Come
to
on.
give you his social
Yeah, don't
security
y'all get
number or
along?
some shit?
You're all
Yeah,
a
what?
bunch
Do
of
you want my
liars.
social
doesn't
security
even
number?
know.
Right?
Hold on.
Yeah, right. Well, you want my address maybe, and
Are you
maybe my
sure
wife's
you're a
name,
pilot?
and
Do
how
you
about
still
my
hold a
bank account
pilot's
number? You want that too?
Do you still hold a pilot's license?
You know
Hold
he
on, I
can't hear
can
you,
I can
Rakia.
prove
How's
whether
that
he's
on?
lying or
He's
not.
cornered.
My best friend was a Air Force pilot. He's a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force, so I can prove it right now. Where did you go for your flight training?
He's not going to answer. I guarantee it.
Oh, this is great.
He's not going to
Come on,
answer.
Shill.
This is classic case of
I'm not
stolen
listening to
valor.
him.
This is beautiful, Jake. This is
Yep.
beautiful.
I can
Where'd
prove it too.
How of a fucking fool and failure and
Why would they
where'd you go
lie?
to flight
Why would
training?
they? Why would they lie? Why would he lie?
Which Air Force did you go to for your flight training?
What rank were you when you retired before the Gulf War?
Rakia, he's told you he muted you. He's not listening to you. Stop
Yeah,
asking
but I
him
can still
questions,
ask
please.
questions that tells
He
you
can't
I
hear
know
you.
he's not an
He
Air
can't
Force
hear you. Why would you keep asking him
This has
questions?
nothing to do with anything. It doesn't
Yes,
matter.
it does. He's a known liar.
Sorry, hold on. Sorry again.
How
Apologies.
about
Sorry,
that?
guys. Hold on.
Hey,
Hold
hey,
on.
Problem with Jake.
Calm down.
Hold on.
We're not going to get anywhere with
Oh,
people
right.
talking.
Paid chill.
Stolen valor.
Paid chill. Have you turned down Rakia?
Yes, I have muted him, and I continue to do so.
Yes,
until
but
he fucking apologizes.
again, if you turn him down, then you can't hear him, he can't hear you, and then
That's right. And I'm not talking over him because I'm
Kimo,
not
that's
talking.
fair
No, he
enough.
can still hear
That's fair
him.
enough. I will publicly apologize, and I will never come here again.
No,
if he
Rakia,
answers
stop,
all
stop,
Jake's
stop.
questions
No.
and then provides proof that he's
No, that's fine. But Paige Shield, listen, you can't turn him down because he was just talking. You're talking. We can't hear either of you. See? So just turn him up.
He can turn him down. That's allowed.
Yes, but he can turn him down, but then he runs the risk of over talking, disrupting.
Then tell it to him correctly, Kimo.
I'm telling him
He can't
now.
overtalk.
I wasn't over talking him, so shut the
They
fuck
just
up.
were. They were both just talking.
It was your band of
They were both
animals,
just
Kimo,
talking.
mostly.
They were both just talking.
Kimo, shut the fuck
They were all doing it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jake. Ask him.
The Paige Shield, just
Where did
turn
this
it back
even
up.
come up from? Why do you think he's lying about his valor or whatever?
Hey, Nessa Show, will you answer questions from Jake on this?
I don't know. It depends on the questions. I'm tired of being.
Go on then, Jake. Ask him.
All right. Well, where did you go to flight school? Which Air Force?
Which Air Force, huh?
Which Air Force base?
Laughlin.
And what was the first aircraft that you learned to fly?
First aircraft was T-37. Actually, before that, there was a
trainer.
You broke up.
Before that, there was a small time you spent in Cessnas.
To get your PPL?
To see if you can fly at all. Yeah, it's a screening thing.
Yeah, but did you get your PPL?
PPL, I don't recognize that abbreviation.
Yep.
He's not a pilot.
He said
Nope.
PPL.
I knew that too. As soon as he said PPL,
Way to go, Jake.
Yes, sir.
What is a PPL, Jake?
No one has to go any further.
Yeah, he's not.
He's
Sorry.
not a pilot. He's never been a
I am,
pilot. He'll
actually.
never be a pilot.
He said he is, Rakia. He said he is a pilot. What's a PPL?
PPL, please.
I don't know what the PPL is designation.
All right, next question,
Jake, what
Jake.
is
Next
it?
question. Next question.
Jake, what is a PBL?
PPL, private pilot's
what is it?
license.
PPL.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh,
You're required to get. Well, it depends on what year he did it.
Incorrect. You don't need a private pilot license to be an Air Force pilot.
Yeah. Next.
Well, it depends on what year he did it. In the earlier days, they used to take you all the way through, from basically not having flown at all to all the way through. But I forget what year, and I'd have to look that up. But
There's not a pilot alive that doesn't know what a PPL is.
Yeah,
Even if
that
he
is
doesn't
pretty
pilot
weird.
license.
But
need a
you
private
gotta
pilot license to
understand,
be an Air Force pilot.
the Air Force, when you would get your pilot slot, you would have to get your PPL by a certain date. They'd give you the money to do it, and that's before you'd go to flight school.
Incorrect.
Not incorrect.
Incorrect.
The Air Force
you don't need a
doesn't
private
do.
pilot's license
The Air
to
Force
fly
is
an
no
Air Force
longer.
airplane.
All right, let's
The
ask
Air
Google.
Force no longer does primary training like that. You have to have your PPL, and they give you the money to get it. You do that privately, and then by the time that you start flight training in the T-37, which was the right aircraft at the time, that's since been retired, but you would go in there having already, basically you would have either a PPL, but in the old days they had, I forget what plane they would use back then, but
Cessna.
yeah, there was more than they would do
172.
the first basic training, right? Like in a 172, yeah.
Skyhawk. Yeah, I love the 172 in Flight Sim.
I'll play his trick. Call any pilot in the world randomly right now. Ask him what a PPL is. 100%, all of them will know.
Yeah, these guys don't know what they're talking about, JC. That's the problem. They think they know, but they don't.
Chill, you've been exposed.
Why do you think I
I've
started
been
laughing
exposed
when
by
you didn't
by
know
you.
what it
You
was?
can expose shit. You didn't even think the Earth is flat.
If I don't know,
Exactly,
if I
Nero.
didn't
You
know
don't
what
need
it
a private pilot
was,
license to
Shout
fly an
out,
Air Force
Jake.
airplane.
Jake exposed you for the fool you are.
Yeah, incorrect, by the way.
I don't think it's that fair to say just because he didn't know PPL.
And sure, it's fair. And I exposed him for the frequency, for the EME.
Nobody probably abbreviated.
Yeah, well, what difference does the
it's
frequency and
like
EME do if
saying
you
you're a
deny
surveyor
EME?
and you
I told
don't
you
know
what
what a
band it was.
theodolite is. It's
You
like
look at the
saying you're
frequency
a
band
surveyor
yourself. I don't
and
know
you
them
don't know
offhand.
what
I
a
don't know all the damn
theodolite
frequencies
is.
for ham radio. That's
It's
fine.
like saying you're a ham operator and you don't know what frequency you use.
You don't know
to
all the
do an
damn
EME.
frequencies.
Wow.
That's correct. That's correct. Nobody knows all the frequencies unless you're big into EME, and I am not. Yeah.
Okay,
no.
take a picture of your setup. You must surely have your antenna. You must surely
I told
have your
you.
equipment.
I told
'Cause
you
that's
I am not big
thousands.
into EME.
I calculated about like $20,000 needed
No,
for a
incorrect.
setup like
A lot
that.
less. A lot less.
Yeah.
A lot less.
Okay, show us. Take a few pictures. Show us your antenna.
I don't have any EME antenna. I told you I'm
Gotta
not big
have
into
some
EME.
awesome pictures of you in the
Yeah,
cockpit
incorrect.
refueling the SR-71. Gotta have some awesome pictures of that.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, yeah.
How about you show me some
Yeah.
proof of the flat Earth
Narrow,
version?
what you're talking about is when you get your pilot slot, you don't have to be a pilot, but the Air Force is no longer now. It may have been different in his day because he said that he was doing this like a long time ago. I don't know how old he is, but the Air Force no longer does the basic flight training. They give you the money to get your PPL before you report to base to start your flight training. That's how they do it now. They don't do any of the initial flight training anymore. I know they used to, like in the 60s, but they don't do that anymore.
Well, later in the 60s.
When did you start flying in the Air Force?
What's that?
When did you start flying in the Air Force?
Mid-80s.
80s?
You don't know what year that changed.
Oh my
I'd have to
God.
ask my buddy.
You're so old, man. 80s?
I know, I'm
Shit.
ancient.
Jake, are you in a bathtub?
No. Oh, you hear my fountain. Oh, you're here. It's one of the fountains in front of my house.
He has a fountain in front of his house. In the desert. That's hilarious.
Hey, Jake, do you see the pictures I posted?
No, I didn't see.
It's like it's the Tesla panels I was talking about.
Damn, Peyton Asashil, how old are you? Your voice sounds young. I mean, that makes you like 65. If you retired before the Gulf War, like you told me. How quiet you've gotten. How quiet you've gotten.
Rakia, he has you turned down.
Hear you, you dumb fucking retard.
Yeah, but he's gotten quiet, right? He's gotten, no, I'm not talking about to me. I'm talking about for the last 4 hours he's been jabbering on about how stupid we are. And now that he's being questioned, now that he's being questioned and called
He's got a
out,
hard on for me. I'm sorry. I
he
apologize.
can't
I'll
even
tell you what, guys.
say
I'm going to leave so that
anything. He's
Rocky
so
can,
quiet.
so you guys
Yeah.
can all get on to
See you
something
later,
more,
liar.
more
See
intelligent
you
than my
later, liar.
background.
Go away,
This isn't
loser,
going away,
liar.
sir.
Yeah, that's one reason why I
Out
stayed
every
for so
time
long
you're here.
is because if I leave now, assholes like Montreal will think they can drive people
He
off
wants
just
to
by
come here and call
bullying
people
them.
stupid all day.
So maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna
stay for a
call
while
him
just
out
so the
as
bullies
the deceiver
like
he is.
Rocky and Montreal.
Jake knows, Curve knows. It doesn't take a lot of intelligence.
Turn him up
to
loud
tell
enough so
guys
you
he's
can hear
lying.
when he's talking, so you're not talking over each other.
He always talks.
But
Chill.
yeah, well, if
Doesn't
you're not
matter
over
what
talking,
me and Rakia think.
chill. Hold on,
Okay,
FC.
okay.
Chill.
I
If you're
heard
over
you, sir.
talking him,
I heard you.
can't do anything about him. You get it?
Gotcha.
Did you unmute me yet, Shield? Because I want you to hear this, sir. Every
He
time you're
has
here
you
calling
turned
people
down.
stupid,
He's not going to hear you.
Curve just said to turn it up.
He turns you up to 2. He can't
3.
hear you.
3, actually.
Okay,
Okay,
3.
so he
Turns up
can't-
to 3.
He
doesn't
can't hear
have
me
to
then.
listen to you, Rakia.
When
He
you're here
doesn't
calling people
have to
dumb,
listen to you.
Quit raping
I
our
don't-
ears,
I'm
Rakia.
fine with that.
I'm
He
going to
doesn't
turn
have to
you down to 3 next.
that's fine. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get it out without people interrupting me. Every time someone comes here that's a known deceiver and calls people dumb, I'm going to call them out. Be
Like
prepared.
you, Rakia.
I can see why I was over talking him all the time. He doesn't shut the fuck up, does he?
You got to reap what you sow, Rakia.
I tell you I'm at the beach. I can prove to you I'm at the beach. I tell you I got 3 kids. I work own my own business. I can prove all of that. What can I prove there, sir? If I told you I was a pilot, I would take a picture of me in the pilot seat flying an airplane and ask you how many fingers to hold up. I would not let someone call me a liar and then not back it up.
How many chicken nuggets do you
He's
have,
not in the
Rakia?
military
I
now.
wish I had chicken nuggets right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I had
Your
chicken
voice
nuggets.
cracked a little bit more
I'm
there, buddy.
starving.
And that's to show, just for the record, I can't find a single source that claims you have to have a PPL to be an Air Force pilot.
No, you don't.
You're not very bright,
Find
Ricky,
is
so
that
you shouldn't push
having
this.
a PPL puts you in an advantageous position while applying.
That's to get your pilot slot. But once you get accepted and you get a pilot slot, your primary flight training is done privately now. The Air Force does not do primary flight training. They give you the money to go and get your PPL from any private flight school, and when you report to Laughlin, you already have, everyone will have their PPL by then. They'll already be aviators. They've already done their primary flight instruction.
That's actually not the point anyway. If he was a pilot, even if he didn't have to get his PPL, he would have known what a PPL is. I'm not a pilot, and I knew.
Not necessarily, because
not
there's something similar with technicians where you get an A&P license. Many people don't know about that, and you don't get it while you're working on airplanes in the Air Force. And then when you
Then
get
you
out,
know
you can
nothing about
translate
how
it.
pilots are.
I would
They're
love to finish.
tight
I would
group.
love to finish what I'm talking about because
They know.
I have more experience than you with this. So I'd like for you to
Right.
shut the fuck up already.
You have more experience with pilots?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Do you
100%.
really?
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
really? Did you fly this week? How many times?
Oh no, I didn't fly. I never claimed to be a pilot.
Okay, I did 3 times. Are
Yeah,
you
that's
flying
awesome.
tomorrow?
Ricky,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome because you know what I did. You know what my experience is. Talking
Don't care.
directly.
You just said
I
you
would-
had
I would
more
love to.
experience
I would love
with
to.
pilots.
Yeah,
Rakia,
I
this is
spend
not
time with them
interrupting
every
everyone.
day, all day. All
Rakia,
day,
chill.
every day.
He's trying to say something. Let him say what he's got to say, Rakia. Stop trying to fucking interrogate everybody the entire time. Take your turn.
Ricky, for 4.5 years, I had to deal with pilots every single day, and then every time that they flew, we would have two separate sorties of about 12 to 14 jets each time. So I had to directly interact with 24 pilots and learn what they did on their jets, what broke, what they had issues with, and then
Understand.
determine what to do with all that. So
Go
for
call,
every day,
go call them people.
for
Go
every
call
day,
every one of them right now. Ask.
so every day for 4.5 years, I talked to 24 pilots every single day for that long, and I had to have in-depth knowledge of what they were talking about and the instruments that they used as how to fix certain shit. So yes, I have more experience than you sitting next to a pilot. That's your experience.
Ask all of those pilots you sat next to for all those years. Dial them up right now. Make a record of how many of them knew what a PPL was when you asked them. A 100% will know. So what does your experience
That's
have
your
to
question.
do with what I'm telling you?
Because I was in the Air Force, and what I'm saying is that it's similar to being
That's
a
not under
technician
debate.
in which private license for particular jobs don't apply in that aspect. And
That's not
even
what I
just
said.
knowing about them. For example,
Did
the
you know
PPL
what a
to a pilot,
PPL was,
the
BD?
PPL,
Did you know what it was when
the
they said
PPL to a pilot is the same as an A&P for a technician.
But did you know what it was? That's
Oh,
the
PPL?
question.
No,
Just
no, I
one
don't.
question and I'll
No, I
back
don't know what
off.
I
Did you
Nobody
know what
calls
it was?
it.
PPL was?
Nobody calls it PPL.
Like I said, go dial up all those people you work with for all those years.
No,
if they're
nobody
pilots,
calls.
ask them what a PPL is. They will all know every single one
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
I wasn't friend with them. Pilots suck. I hate pilots.
Not every pilot in the Air Force
He
sought
flew 3 flights
commercial
yesterday.
service after they left the Air Force.
Who knows when this became the way?
The 3 flights you flew on yesterday, that you piloted yesterday. What were the flight numbers? What were the tail numbers? How much fuel did you lose? What was the ground crew's name and their numbers?
No, y'all are deflecting now. It's very
I'm gonna
simple.
settle
What's a
this one
PPL?
for once and
What
for
was the
all.
ground speed of your planes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell
I'm
me.
gonna settle
Otherwise, you're not a
this.
pilot.
How fast does your plane have to be to create lift?
Okay, I got one from who makes the T-37? NASA.
T-37 was made by Cessna.
A lot of people don't know that one, but maybe he looked it up.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
No,
Everything
I'm
else
not,
he said
I'm
is
not
right.
saying he. I'm not saying he
Because
doesn't have knowledge about
Laughlin is the biggest. Laughlin is the biggest Air Force base that does the flight training for the Air Force.
It's not my claim that he doesn't have knowledge of where this happens and what who makes what. My claim is that he did not fly
nobody
a
calls it PPL.
refueler refueling the SR-71.
What does that have to do
Back
with
it up.
taking radio satellites and hitting the moon? And prove that the moon there from multiple locations.
No, is he back on that now?
In the whole
Maybe I
world.
can turn him up a little bit.
That's where we started.
I was in the military.
I don't believe it for a second.
Then you should be upset if someone's is stealing your valor, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're
why I
back on
called.
stolen
That's
valor?
why I called.
Yeah, he's
down
back
for it.
down.
Okay, guys, I wasn't in the military.
Biodual, you were in the Air Force?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, the Air Force isn't the military.
Yeah, well,
Bon
that's part of the issue, but that's been said. Nero, really? Give the lobotomy scar to show it? Yeah, because I tell you you're full of. I tell you you're full of shit, Montreal, and you are.
You're so full of crap, bro.
Look who's
Coming out
talking.
of
SE
every
Montreal.
orifice.
Who doesn't
You
know?
have been
Who
proven
thinks
a
the Earth is
known
flat?
liar over and
Who
over again.
his big debunk was to take pictures of the ISS from with this P900, have it all wobbly and stuff, and say, he described how incredulous he was. And that was really great.
He's also Canadian. Don't forget.
He has a
Have you
skateboard
ever
too. Don't worry.
have you ever flown
And his
a
skateboard doesn't tilt one direction.
I have not. That's a very specific airplane. They were stationed where I was, though. I've seen them.
Doesn't it eerily look like the ISS?
No, it looks nothing like the ISS. Sorry.
That's my theory.
Well, your theory is incorrect.
U-2 spy plane.
Is that the guy from
U-2 spy
Bahamas?
planes are significantly slower than the ISS.
Well,
Yeah, I was actually trained on those too.
What do you?
I
do
only
you
worked on the
put a-
F-15, but I
put a
was trained for the
speedometer
A-10
in?
and the U-2 as well.
Cool. The U-2 is a very specific airplane.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, man. They look similar.
Nobody, by the way, nobody ever calls it PPL that I know of. I've never heard of that called that way.